Warning. This show contains content intended for adult audiences. The language is crass at best and downright insulting most of the time. This is all made for the sake of comedy and poor sophomoric taste. The skits are parodies, and any similarity to real people or stories is purely coincidental. Any insults hurled at any one human is made in jest. We're just covering our bases for when one of you skins your knee on an internet insult. We love you. Again, this is all a joke, whether you laugh or not. Not just the show, but this waking existence. The great cosmic giggle. Try not to take it seriously.
15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. We have a liftoff. Liftoff on Apollo.
Now, I'm sure that most of you know the old story about the astronaut who went far out into space and was asked on his return whether he had been to heaven and seen God. And he said yes.
Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, and sentient artificial intelligence. Join us on this journey to find the others. Because no matter where we find ourselves in this multiverse, the act of existing is all too familiar.
Guys? Is anybody out there? Hello?
The mushroom has a tremendous problem-solving ability.
Herb is a plant. Herbs are good for everything.
As we look across this great expanse and stare at the stars, we can't help but be reminded these lights, though we're seeing them all at the same time, happen across a multi-billion-year delta. Some of those fires burned millions of years ago, some billions, but all of them happened so we could experience them in this one singular moment.
They called us scouts. They called us seekers. They called us Hoosier. But we were destined to question everything.
I don't know about you, but as for me, the question has already been answered. Should we be here? Yes.
It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. Steve likes the weed. Steve likes the weed. By DMT. The DMT. Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Hoosiers with the drink. Sophisticated blasphemy. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. Question all the things that you know. So let's set our minds free for the singularity. It's the Hoosier Sophisticate Show. The Hoosier Sophisticate Show.
Join us and start your day with a gentle meditation from Hoosier Sophisticate. Let us all remember, we are only as good as our last breath. You know what I'm good at? Freaking the fuck out about every little stressful thing life throws my way. Grab yourself a bottle of wine, place it nearby, so if it doesn't work, you have a backup plan. You can't control all the crazy shit that's going on in the world right now, but you can control your own breath. Start to relax everything in your body, starting at the top of your head, where your overpriced highlights are. Take a deep breath and set your intention. Then say it out loud. I want to call my cousin later and tell her to stop posting those hoe-ass Instagram photos. But in all seriousness, begin by treating yourself to an enjoyable and satisfying stretch. Go ahead, it's time to loosen up and stretch so you can reclaim your energy. That's right. Stretch all over. And now, please allow your entire body to settle and relax comfortably. If your legs or arms are crossed, please uncross them and settle yourself into whatever you're sitting or lying on. Take a nice big breath. Fill your lungs full. Breathe out to let go from deep inside. And simply follow your breath in and out, allowing each breath to refresh you on many levels. With your eyes closed or barely open, begin to shift your attention away from the world around you to your inner world of sensations and into your imagination. It will do you good. Take a big breath in and sigh it all the way out. Let your imagination take you out into the woods for an adventure that will help you feel refreshed and so you can feel like yourself again.
Fuck yeah!
These woods are quite special and a place where you can escape and feel safe. It's your own private hideaway. And if you put big tall walls around it, some crazy hillbillies are going to climb it anyway. Don't worry about it. What are you going to do? Just be happy in your little woodland home. Pretend as if you're there now. It's the perfect kind of day to be outside. The stench of BO wafts through the air as the unwashed march through the streets, complaining about everything in this world that is keeping them from being happy.
Change and hope.
It's gorgeous, the temperature feels great, and some wook just rubbed his dreads across your unwilling teeth. Overhead, the sky is a brilliant color, and somehow you find yourself wishing it will open up and dump rain just to get the filthy stench out of your nose.
Rain soap.
The sunlight surrounds you with healing light and highlights that the guy next to you hasn't brushed his teeth in weeks.
Gingivitis.
Yet you're warmed through and through, knowing that somehow you're a little bit better than them.
This is good. This is a good one. Where'd you find this meditation? I'm just riffing. Oh, yeah, I know. It's awesome.
The clouds form into all sorts of shapes and drift on by. Was that Ted Cruz in the clouds? No, it was the Zodiac Killer. You were close. And as the clouds come and go, your worries evaporate. Your mind clears, like the depth and expanse of a open gentleman at a all-male club. The trees are magnificent, the woods brimming with life, gorged with blood. It smells delightful.
Imagine yourself walking along this path, taking a little time to yourself, and noticing what it's like, how wide it is, what it's made of. How does it feel to be walking on it? Do you really have to worry about all of the other things that the world has going on around you? Sure, there's some clear and present danger, but, is that really a problem? Imagine yourself walking along this path. Take a little time to yourself and notice what it's like, how wide it is, what it's made of. How does it feel to be walking on it? And with each step you take, notice how you feel more and more alive with a bounce in your step. It's hard not to grin. Walking feels effortless and invigorating, like you're gliding upon a magic carpet. Walking along, your tiredness melts away, and more you notice feeling renewed and revived with boundless energy. It helps that you've canceled all of your social media accounts, except the one that you use to watch Hoosier Sophisticate. The reason that makes it easier is you don't have to worry about Uncle Jack spouting all of his brilliant ideas on how to fix the world. Sure, puts a little spring in your step, a little pep, if you will. It feels great to be here. Looking around, noticing your surroundings, there are sex pigs and gimps walking through the room. You hear the not so subtle crack of the whip and yelps of the willing masochist as they give shape to what is actually happening to us all figuratively. All different shapes and sizes. Each one is inspiring in its own special way. Sure, perhaps there's a rainbow of smiling wildflowers dancing in the light. There's also probably a leprechaun fisting an Alice in Wonderland character in a dark, dingy dungeon. Notice the sounds that come and go. It's visceral. Perhaps you hear the sound of a gentle breeze rustling through the leaves, the songs of the birds. A slave with her eye level in the wrong place and her master reminding her with a firm, assertive, yet gentle and loving spank. The occasional bark of a dog. Who let that fucking thing in here? What other sounds do you notice? The sunlight streams through a beaming golden light that dapples through the branches above, casting shadows here and there. The air tingles on your freshly whipped skin as it's raised. The sting reminds you that you're alive. Edging, just moving towards the edge of ecstasy, hoping that soon enough you can leave this whole fucking circus behind. Take a few moments to continue down your path, walking along at a comfortable pace, maybe slightly limping, following your curiosity and losing yourself in the sounds, the smells, and the colors all around. Off in the distance, you see someone dressed as a pony, clopping around. His name's Rob. People rush to get in line, to get the master's used fists in their eager, willing mouths. Off in the distance, you start to pick up on the sound of tumbling water, but don't kid yourself, it's waterworks. People are being peed on now. Things have gotten weird. It sparks your curiosity as to where it's coming from. It may be a waterfall, more likely water sports. So you take off in a new direction, not sure what you'll find, and lo and behold, you discover a beautiful creek that is gurgling and chuckling by. That's not a creek. The water cascades constantly over the rocks like a dance, and the water's surface glimmers and glows. Being aware of the water as it streams on by, if you wish, you dip into the refreshing stream of piss, and it feels exhilarating. You feel invigorated with energy, relishing each and every moment, hoping that you will be selected to be witness to the money shot. And you are reminded that this creek, this very creek, gradually flows into the gaping river of your soul that eventually joins the oceans of the earth. Back on your path again, notice how the canopy of trees is protecting you from the stink of others, the stink of lust in the air wafting about, comforting, and how the leaves whisper in the soft breeze, and the sunlight sparkles through, bringing its warmth and wonder to everything it shines upon. And you drink in its beauty, an entire goblet full of it, soaking its magic into your heart of hearts. Now you become aware of the clearing up ahead, and as you enter, there is a hushed silence of a cult that feels as though maybe it's been discovered by the public. You should keep this to yourself. This is not your secret to share. The clearing is carpeted in softness. It feels magical and enchanted. People are eager to hold you in their warm embrace, snuggle you into their bosom. Take some time to explore this special place. How large is it? What do you notice in the horizon? What is the air like? What sort of plant and animal life are present? But your attention is captured watching squirrels and rabbits engaging in some kind of interspecial orgy. Noticing the birds flying above like the dirty little voyeurs they are, hopping from place to place, singing their songs, praising the exhibitionism of the little vermin just running about the woodland forest, and noticing all the other wildlife at work and at play. From this extraordinary space, you begin feeling lighter and more free and easy, feeling the surge of life pulsing through you in the ejaculate of 12 to 13 men, replenishing your energy. Each time you breathe, you can tell you are being completely restored from deep inside, from an unending and powerful source of energy and vitality. And you feel your energy and enthusiasm pouring back to you to continue on with courage, a willingness to trust your masters, knowing you can handle far more than what that little asterisk has let you believe your entire life. You can handle what's up ahead of you. Sure, we're all going to be wandering a desert wasteland in bondage gear and fighting over drops of water. Sure, that's coming. But you get to decide whether or not that's a positive thing or a negative thing. You get to decide whether you're going to embrace Thunderdome or not. Having come full circle now, it's time to come back from your woodland walk. Noticing how your energy and resourcefulness is moving about your loins with an aggressive circular motion. I want you to harness that energy and put it into everything you choose today. Whenever you're ready, you can begin to stretch and move, feeling full of life, alert and ready for whatever comes next.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Professor Devil Dick in the house.
Hiya!
Time to learn you something today.
Oh, how about that meditation,
Time to
pal?
learn
You
my
feeling?
favorite one of all time.
You feeling good?
All right, microphone's on,
Feeling
yeah?
good?
Yeah, I
'Cause
think
that's what we're doing.
I am feeling great, bud.
feeling pretty good
I'm
today.
fired up after that. The creek, the warm creek of power.
You got to go to every now and then.
But
You got to go to the
power-
warm creek of power. What's the difference? It's all water.
Nothing.
It's all water. It's just one of them's filtered a little differently.
Moisture.
Yeah.
You want it filtered
all.
by kidneys or you want
Look,
it filtered by
I'm
straight
done being
rocks?
tame around here. I'm done being tame. All right, it's time we start letting motherfuckers know what we do.
Put a little whiskey in your water.
I got a little whiskey in my
dude, 'cause
water,
I
a little
want some.
sugar in your tea. Okay. Good morning, everybody. What's the chat line looking like? Good morning. Titty, 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 titty. You nasty. This is the wildest ride. Oh my God, people being peed on. Look, I just find the meditations online. Take it up with the authors. Okay. All right.
I saw him reading it.
You want to go to the woods? You go to the woods, pal.
Oh wow! I got my journal today. I'm feeling pretty good.
bud.
Do you have any more Kush Coach stickers? What are
No, they're around here. I
Yeah,
love
they're
the
there.
coach. I love the old Kush coach. Oh,
I love-
Kush coach.
I love the Kush Coach, but
Where's the
I did
sticker?
punch all of his stickers in the face.
Oh, well,
Remember that was punching
sometimes
in
you
his
gotta.
face.
Anything decent happened yesterday after the show?
No, I had a pretty tame day.
Pretty tame.
Pretty tame day.
Uh,
Thank, buddy.
Well, I think we got a fucking big old projector out in the front lobby of Sweet Leaf Emporium here in Festus, and I don't know. A few weeks ago, I said, "Buddy, there's gonna be blood in the streets."
I know.
There's
And I
gonna
go,
be blood in the
I go,
streets.
no, I don't want to believe it, but I go, fuck. Guys usually write about shit like this.
Oh, God, should we start panicking now?
Right about stuff like this. At least 80% of the time.
I can tell you what I base my bets on. You know, I can tell you, pal.
Kush Coach. What did you base it on?
I base my bets on who is feeling. Well, here's the thing. I felt like no matter who won, something crazy is going to happen. What changes is the venue, right? The venue changes. What is getting destroyed is what changes based on what side of the political spectrum was going to win this thing.
Can we talk about Buffalo Guy for a second?
We can talk about Buffalo Guy. We can talk about.
What's the deal with that? How are they getting in Congress?
Fuck, whatever. Let 'em- It's ours. It's ours. Fuck them. That's how. It's mine. Fuck you. I'm going to Congress.
Yeah, but I mean,
fucking joint. All right.
I guess.
No, for real. That's where I'm at.
I guess.
Where am
I
I?
don't know, man.
My thing is well, you want to talk about revolution? What's your solution? What's your solution, Jack?
To the revolution?
You say you got a solution? Well, you know,
Say you got
we'd
a
all love
big
to hear the plan.
solution.
We'd all love to hear the plan.
Well, you know, we all want to change the world.
We all want to
We're
change
gonna play
the
that
world.
today.
So it's
that's
the
what
it's
we're
the
gonna
title
play.
to our show today.
Seriously?
Well, you know, we'd all love to see the plan.
Oh, you dude. You are the dude. You're the dude. I don't give
We're
you
having
any
fun today,
credit.
pal.
I don't give you any credit ever. I never will.
That's
I
all
never
right.
will.
I'm not going to give you credit.
Today?
That's what keeps you working, pal. You give me
Today?
a little credit today.
No, but I'm
No.
going to tell you
Okay.
you're close.
Right on. I'm
You're
on the
close.
precipice.
You're getting there.
I'm on the precipice of getting the goods.
That ties into something else. Challenging each other to be better. I love that. But also, I had a question last night. Is violence necessary? Because I'm more.
Will O'Donnell had a great little live yesterday where he's a military guy. He's a deep thinker.
Great.
He's a deep thinker.
If you don't follow his lives
Yeah.
from whatever parking lot he's in, he has
The
to be
Willie
rolling.
Thrilly Comedy Hour. He's the best.
And he's not really trying to like. It's not like he's doing bits really. It's
He's doing what we do. He's getting the poison out.
It's so good.
You got to
dude.
get the poison out, pal.
Will O'Donnell, follow him on Facebook. I think it's his personal page, so it might be a
That's
little
all right.
weird,
He
but
might have a comedy page
he'll
too.
be into it. He'll be into
He
it.
seems like the kind of guy that ain't really trying to hide behind it, you know? Anyway.
He's the funniest dude.
Dude, I love...
Going, I think, right now, dude.
I love outrage. I love...
That's what I was watching last night. I was watching all of
fucking outrage, dude.
The wildest thing about it, and we're going to get into crystal talk today. It'll lighten things up a little bit. I did a bunch of crystal research last night, so I'm going to get you into all the crystal stuff.
Talk Rocky to me, bud.
We started out as about 70-30 split, guys to
men
girls.
and women. Now we're 60-40?
60-40.
55-45?
Yeah, we're getting closer. It's edging to that precipice every day. But
I'll leave all the fucking guys behind. I don't give a shit. Well, we're gonna. No, girls are easy to impress.
No. I meant yes. I don't know why my body was doing no. That's a terrible idea, Greg. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm with you.
Yes. No.
Sure. Whatever.
Sometimes I just do this.
I'm excited for March 1st. What's March 1st?
Oh, the big World Series, baby! Oh. The World Series of Weed!
World Series of Weed. Automatic, are there things that they can be disqualified for?
Not being cool.
Yeah, being your
dork.
I won't do it. I'm not gonna throw bombs. I'm not gonna throw bombs. The world's already on fire.
Please do.
I don't need to throw bombs.
We're having fun today. If you're having fun, have some
you're
fun.
automatically disqualified if you have a 401k and say any kind of slang.
yeah, I'm with you. March 1st, we're going to get everybody in the state growing.
I think we should open it up and just tell anybody outside the state, you're responsible for getting your weed in the state if you want to participate.
No. I want to find out who's the best grower in Missouri.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Obviously, the person who wins the Missouri is going to beat everybody else in the world. So I'm not too worried about that.
You're right. Fuck me. You're right.
But the one thing that I just know is St. Louis grows better cannabis than anyone else in the state. I said it last night on Weed Weather and whatever.
Sure, naturally. You said something that was my favorite play on words ever.
Really? What was it?
You think we forgot Dankinger? Don Dankinger?
Dankinger. You think I forgot about that? No, I didn't. Guess what?
I didn't forget about it. I was fucking 1 year old, and it's bred into me, buddy.
I've seen the poster.
Todd Worrell had the goddamn ball in his glove, pal.
I've seen the still frame
I got it tattooed on my scrotum.
And you have to pull it out.
You got to pull it out just to get a good look at it.
You can't,
that way, whenever I do meet Don Dinkinger, I say, "What do you think now, bud? Make the call, pal. Make the call."
Damn, he was safe.
He was safe.
No one's ever really put it to me like that before. So what we're gonna do here, the World Series of Weed.
I like the way this one's gonna be set up a little better.
Me too. It's different. You can bring up probably up to three cultivars, your three best.
Yeah,
they're like your starting pitchers.
Not everybody's getting the same genetics. The goal here is for you weed experts out there, to say, all right, here's the deal. This is my 3-hitter. This is my Albert Pujols. I'm putting him up against your number one, your ace.
It's kind of like an NBA Jam type situation, you know what I mean, where you have the options to pick different players and you pick the
100%. You can swap them in and out every round.
And then you'll be single battles against people.
Yeah.
And we'll have the judging. We also have we should have a testing agency on board, which could be big fucking news.
We do,
for everybody.
and we're going to be able to give the entire plant profile. We're going to be able to break down
my drink. I left it in the car.
Go get it.
I will.
Okay.
I'm going to wait for a good moment.
Okay.
So the World Series of Weird. We love sport. We were bred in sport. We're St. Louis guys. We're sports nuts, okay? What we want to do with this World Series of Weed is find out what grower who's been talking all the shit comes to the table and says, here, look at these two nuts. They're better than everybody else's. This is Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling. What are you going to do?
I call it the eliminator. If you can hit it, you can fucking name it.
There you go. Nice. So that's how we're gonna figure out who's the best in Missouri, but it's obviously St. Louis. That region will probably just blow every other region away. I did like my thought about someone said, no, the Ozarks grows the best weed.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, is that where they inbred the plants over and over and over again? Where there's inbred?
Oh, come on, bud.
Because that's easy, right? That's just an easy thing.
It's an easy joke.
It's an easy thing to say.
Is that with no pro football team?
Is that what someone said? Football's still a thing?
Nobody's watching. Man, you ain't got something that people get CTE and kill their whole family, shoot themselves in the chest?
That's stupid. I want to see grown men give each other brain
Your city
damage.
hasn't been fleeced for billions of dollars twice, dude.
They didn't build a billionaire stadium.
I wouldn't watch football,
stupid.
dude. I fucking. It was my life, bud. It was my life. Why I love XFL football is a better product. It's a better game.
Far better.
It was a better game. I still watch collegiate football.
Arena football's better.
I still watch collegiate football. I wouldn't watch the NFL. I promise you. If you put fucking $1,000 in front of me, I would not watch a fucking NFL game.
Well, that's just silly.
I wouldn't do it.
We're poor.
I don't
We can
care.
use that.
I'm a principled man. I could give literally less than 2 fucks about pro football. And it's a sad deal because football was my life. It really was. But the way that the NFL has handled themselves, I more than anything, I feel bad for anybody that lives in an NFL city that hasn't been fucking subject to what fucking Oakland's gone through, San Diego's gone through, St. Louis has gone through. Oakland's gone through it twice. It's fucking and I wouldn't either. Straight up, I wouldn't. As long as my world didn't change, as long as you know. Hey, look, if the St. Louis Cardinals were still on my TV every day, I wouldn't give a fuck.
And the Rams
But when you start to take, first off, they were losing me before they took the Rams out of there.
Yeah,
When they covered up
pinnacle.
Ray Rice, when they covered up that whole thing,
Oh,
when they covered
bud.
up like
When
every
they
fucking
covered up-
rapist and Anthony fucking Hernandez, like every fucking crime that they.
Oh, yeah,
covered
Ray
up,
Rice was the left
He's
hook
the
guy.
one that fucking knocked his fucking wife out and
my
covered the whole thing up.
God.
This is what the NFL
Until
is.
the video came out.
And then let's go a step further.
Him dragging-
Football's family. I would never fucking give you $1 or a second of my time.
He's dragging
after
that broad out of the elevator.
Drug her out of the elevator. Get her the fuck out of here. And Roger Goodell's like, oh, we didn't know anything.
We didn't know you had a
We didn't
video
know
of it."
anything. Oh, really? Because you had the video
Yeah, I had
8
the
months
video.
ago, bud.
One of my favorite things is, too.
You had the video 8 months ago.
favorite thing when the
Fucking
Patriots.
rapists and murderers. Oh, and by the way, we fucking subsidize billionaire playthings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking
Let me support that.
Honest to God, I didn't know I had a fucking. Was it 2015 when it all came down? I kind of had a moment where I was like, it broke my heart because I was something I wanted to share with my kid, but then like as I removed myself from it, I'm like, my kid's never he'll never know this game. If he wants to, fine. I'm gonna find a better way for him to play it. The premier, the pinnacle of that sport is run by the worst people on the planet. And they don't let anybody good in. So and the Hunt family in Kansas City, we're like, I love my Kansas City people. I grew up a Chiefs fan before St. Louis.
1,000,000%.
When the Cardinals left, before the Rams came.
Derek Thomas was the most
Before the
beastly
Rams
dude
came,
of all time to me.
the Kansas City Chiefs, Christian Okoye was my fucking idol. I wanted to be Derek Thomas my whole life. Neil Smith was my fucking guy.
Neil Smith
Dale Carter.
played with
I
a
can go all
broken
day.
arm.
My favorite football player of all time, Joe Montana, gets traded to the Chiefs in '93. It was
Greatest
my first
thing of all
erection.
time.
My first erection, pal. I was at fucking 8 years old. I 6 foot hard on with a cheeseburger on the end of it. What's this thing? What is this thing? Joe Montana's in the Chiefs. We're getting Marcus Allen too, dude.
Oh my God, they had a
dude,
team.
I fucking
Elvis Gerbach?
The problem is they had fucking Marty Schottenheimer who couldn't fucking play call. Dude, I would
don't
run
talk about
Hillsborough
Marty.
fucking high school's fucking offensive
don't talk
coordinator
about Marty like
against
that.
fucking Marty Schottenheimer. I wouldn't. Anyway, I want to give some frame of reference here. I love the Chiefs.
I love-
when the Rams left. And I also don't.
I love the
expect them,
people who love the Chiefs.
I
too.
also don't expect them to know why we're so jaded. I don't expect them to know that they had St. Louis spend almost $20 million on stadium plans that never had a chance.
On people jet skiing
And I also-
and skiing down the Mississippi.
You want to talk about
at the waterfront?
Yeah,
and the drawings
it was
had
gonna
people
be. It was
water
gonna be the
skiing.
fucking best. You want to know what the fucking better part about that is? I am going to when the federal courts rule in St. Louis's favor, and it costs the fucking NFL billions of dollars.
What are we gonna do with that money?
I'm gonna go beat off on the steps as it's happening. It's gonna be. I'm
Which
probably gonna
one?
get,
Which steps?
Our courthouse steps.
Oh, I thought you meant just like at your house.
Oh, my house too.
Yeah, okay.
On the way. I wouldn't watch pro football fucking if you paid me to do it.
Will you
would
watch
not
the
do it.
Super Bowl?
I haven't since they left.
Did we do a Super Bowl party one year? Like,
if we did, I didn't watch a fucking snap.
That's usually what happens with the Super Bowl. People are more. I've become that middle-aged gal who comes with her husband to my dad's Super Bowl parties when I was a kid, and they just didn't care about the game. But when commercials were on, you better shut the fuck up. Like, that was their whole deal. Like, the game didn't matter even to anyone.
And
really.
it did to me. The game game was the only thing that mattered. I'm not talking about just pro football.
Sure.
I'm talking about football. Football was the only thing that mattered to me for half of my life. The only
crazy.
thing. And whatever came in, and blame it on a series of events that actually reminded me what it was to be human. That like and look, I understand why Kansas City is. They've always had great fans when it comes to football, baseball, whatever. They've had great. It's a great sports town.
Oh no, I've been to Royals games.
Dude, Springfield made it real hard.
Games.
Actually, living in Springfield made me kind of let my fucking Chiefs fandom go because they were just so insufferable. They were just insufferable fans down there. Anyway, but that's neither here nor there. My point is like when Kansas City people were like, "Oh, it's okay. You can just be honorary Chiefs fans now." Let me tell you something. I would root
now. Here?
I would root for Saddam Hussein before I rooted for the Hunt family. When they did their fucking little dog and pony show about voting to allow St. Louis to relocate, the NFL, all the owners said, "No, you're not going to take this team out of St. Louis, who, by the way, packed the fucking stadium every year for a 2-14 product, bud. Year in, year out. No desire to fucking win. No desire. No, we're not going to take. Voted 5-1. 6 owners. 5-1. Who was the one? Fucking Lamar Hunt. Fuck Clark Hunt. Fuck you.
Lamar
Fuck you.
Hunt's
Fuck everything that you fucking stand for. You're a piece of garbage. And he thought that he did that on the understanding that he was going to own Missouri if he did that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go fucking root for the Colts,
it's the same
jack
thing to
off.
dispensary
I'll go
owners
fucking
and
root for the
cultivators
Tennessee Titans.
I'll never root for the Tennessee.
But I won't root for fucking anybody because I'm not going to watch your dog shit
Does-
product. If they come back tomorrow, I'm not fucking
Does
watching.
it get better without with littler pads and no helmets?
Yeah. Well, does the game get better? I don't know.
Do you start watching it again?
No. That's not what I draw my line
Okay.
on. The game is great. Matter of fact, I think that they started to make it worse in the early 2000s when they focused entirely on offense. I don't want to see the Rams found a way to be the greatest show on turf.
That was the
when you could
funnest
still
shit
knock
ever.
someone's fucking head off.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm not impressed by Drew Brees' fucking passing yards.
Gotcha,
I'm not
'cause
impressed
people
by
are
all.
getting
Can't hit
killed.
anybody.
Yeah.
You can't. You can be a receiver. You can walk across the middle. Fuck you. The game I played, I would decapitate you. And if I didn't decapitate you, I'd be upset I didn't decapitate you.
And your
that's the
coaches
thing.
would be mad at you
It's
that you
like,
didn't decapitate
people
them.
are like outraged about CTE or whatever. Not me. These guys, most of the ones that are being honest, they're like, hey, I'm getting paid $50 million for a shorter life. I'm going to take care of my family.
Well, we've seen a couple.
trade.
We've
That's
seen
the
a couple
trade, Jack.
guys play 2 years and go,
I'm out.
Good.
Rams had one. He decided to become a farmer in West Virginia.
And the Falcons, that dude from the Falcons was the first guy.
Good for
to do
him.
it. Yeah, totally.
Get your money, get on out of there. You can give him fucking couple years.
Yeah.
And you know what? The thing is in those couple years, he could have done significant damage to his body.
No doubt.
Dude, they're cars.
What's the lifespan of a running
We talk
back?
about, I mean, maybe the best all-around athletes are maybe NBA players, but maybe just because it's a tougher. That was always hard.
Defensive end in the NFL now.
That's what I'm getting at.
A linebacker.
Most of the guys, but that's what I'm saying. Those guys, a lot of times, two-sport athletes were also basketball players. Tony Gonzalez, the guys like that,
Could've
Antonio
fucking
Gates. Those guys,
Tight ends,
Justin Gage,
Yeah.
they're typically, split outs, fucking defensive end, tight ends. They're very athletic.
They
dudes.
can run 4 or 5, and they're 250
For the most,
6'4".
dude, Brandon Jacobs, when he was playing for the Giants, was like 6'6",
He'll kill me.
265 playing tailback.
Well, pardon?
He was like 6'6", 265 playing tailback.
Where is this at?
Brandon Jacobs playing for the Giants.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah,
And it was like him, and then you'd have like
the
little
little
fucking,
Thunder and Lightning. Was that Thunder and
yep,
Lightning?
Yep.
Yeah.
Little,
Tiki Barber?
Tiki Barber.
Yeah. Or
No.
Rondé?
No, Rondé was in Tampa Bay. He was the defensive back.
Was it not?
It was Tiki. It was Tiki. Yeah. So, anyway, my point is, I would never root for Clark Hunt or any of his fucking kids. I wouldn't. And I'll go to Kansas City. I'll spend my money in power and light. I'll do anything. I won't give that fucking avenue $1 of my money. And I have my reasons. the game was losing my interest long before St. Louis left. When they did that, though, so they voted.
I got to get my drink.
Please do. They voted 5-1 to keep the Rams in St. Louis. They then decided to have a second meeting because they didn't get the results they want. And basically, Kroenke said, I'll sue all your fucking balls off if you don't let me move my team. Well, then everybody's tone changed. And next thing you know, the Rams are in St. Louis. I hope the stadium collapses, if we're being honest. I hope I wish nothing but the worst on the Kroenke family. My patronage to Walmart and everything has like it's a whole principle thing. I don't hate on you for watching football, but the watching how they do business and then being on the other side of that, I do nothing but root against them. And I think it's a dying brand. I'll fucking I told you right away. I am Craig Kohler, non-hockey guy. Don't give a fuck about hockey. Never gave a fuck about hockey. Growing up in St. Louis, it's hard not to give a fuck about hockey.
Oh, dude.
Because it's a blues town.
Especially in South City.
It's a blues town, dude.
Yeah.
And you know, it was a bit like my dad I remember my dad saying, you know, the fucking, you know, same way with Cardinal baseball. He's like, the fucking Ledugers, they ruined it for all of us. There used to be a time when you could go.
When we changed to the Kiel Center.
Yeah, it used to be a time you could go and catch a game. You could go catch a game for a reasonable price, have a good time, tie on a good drunk, get home. He's like, as soon as these people started coming in, spending
rowdy, bud.
5 figures on season tickets, like, get on.
It's giving me goosebumps talking about it.
So when they left, I said, fuck it. I'm a St. Louis guy. I'm a Blues fan now. Everything I was going to give to the NFL, I'm going to give it to the NHL now.
Go.
I picked a fucking good time to do it.
You did.
The Blues have always been in contention. My whole life they were in the playoffs. My whole life they were in the playoffs.
Yeah,
it wasn't until I lived
held
in
a
Springfield.
record for a while.
It wasn't until I was in Springfield that like they had a couple of down years they didn't make it. But we always had a stud. We've always had, and like, dude, a couple years ago, being able to do that with you was a fucking blast. Like being able to being able to get the Hoosiers together at at Truman's and fucking, be able to do all, like, it was an absolute blast.
Oh yeah, having to go through that with my dad was also one of the.
It's easy to support a winner,
dude.
It's easy to support a winner. I'm whatever.
Here's where I'm living on all that. I despise football now.
Yeah.
Maybe despise is too strong of a word.
I despise it.
I loved basketball, soccer, baseball, hockey, you name it. I was pretty much into it. Football, I never understood. Till 11, 12, till I was like, oh shit. You start playing Madden more. And
Sure.
you understand,
the game a little
4-3 defense. You got 3 guys on the line, or 4 guys on the line. 3.
I think this can be applied to almost any sport too. Yeah.
Fuck. Once I started to learn the subtle nuances of football,
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck me, man.
Yeah, it's a battle.
We grew up in the Sports Center era, where the top 10, if you could blow somebody's fucking helmet off their head, you're number one. You might be the number one.
I never cared to even score touchdowns, dude. I did not care. Like, I just wanted to.
There was a type of person who played football who wasn't really even into sport. They were into contact. They were like, where do I go get to fucking break somebody?
Collision. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Where do I get to do that? So that's always the interesting thing about football.
Well, there's nothing else that really allows you
No.
to move at that kind of speed.
All the other sports, you have some sort of nuance. You can't really fucking take someone out. If you're looking for a combat sport, you're probably going to wrestle. Yeah. You're probably going to, you're going to fall into one.
Different type of game. Yeah.
And if you're fast and kind of athletic and they fucking say, oh, I'm going to strap these pads on you, fucking slap your ass and set you off like a fucking rocket, baby.
Yeah.
That's the deal. And when you're fucking 12 to 18, as a male, you kind of want to go through that shit. You're like, oh, God, let's fucking hit somebody. We'd get drunk and wrestle all the time at parties and just like, shit would happen. Ron Dane and Tiki Barber were Thunder and Lightning. So somebody else was
Brandon Jacobs.
I remember Brandon Jacobs, though. But here's where I'm living on that.
How big was 6'4", 264.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Playing tailback.
So we went through the that guy gets to the secondary.
And the little guy that was in the backfield with him was Ahmad Bradshaw.
Oh, okay. So, okay. So in 99, I'm 17, I guess, 16. So yeah. we see one of the most amazing things that has ever happened in sport. Disney will make a movie about it eventually.
Mike Martz redefined the entire game.
Where a set of things happened, a coach who is unlike anything that has ever seen, and, like every other coach that I'd ever seen was Mike Ditka and Don Shula and the guy who wore Vince Lombardi, and they're like, "What the hell's the matter with you, you fucking idiot?" You know what I mean? Like, hard football coaches were.
And Vermeil.
If I played all the other sports, I was like, "Fucking football coach is nuts, dude." But that's how you get people to fucking.
You ain't got the testicular fortitude.
Then you see Vermeil, and I'm like, this is my guy here. He's hugging guys. And
Crying,
he's asking
crying
them
in
about
press
his family. He's crying because one of the guys on his team just had a baby, and it was the most beautiful thing he had seen in his life.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy's for real. And he had won a Super Bowl
with the Eagles.
Before. So I'm like, this guy's got some fucking...
Greg Kinnear played a great Dick Vermeil in the movie Invincible.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's a great movie. So then we get March. We get a mad scientist who's rewriting the books. So we experienced something in St. Louis that was fucking wild, okay? A movie-esque. And then they're like, oh, we kind of get shitty after, 01, 02. We had a couple of good years, and then it starts slipping off. And St. Louisans are kind of like, oh. And I remember going to Mizzou, and people were like, fuck the Chiefs, fuck the Rams, all that shit.
Well, it was a good time. They were there for a while, man. The Chiefs and the Rams had really fun teams to watch at the same time. No, Priest Holmes came about with the Chiefs. Like, they were finally putting together a little fucking squad. They were a fun team to watch. And Mizzou was getting good too.
Yeah,
they were ramping up, which never happened in my life.
Two in the nation.
We were happy to get
two
8
in the nation.
We were happy. We were fucking one.
We should have been
for fucking second.
Yeah.
That one hurt.
That hurt.
See, that's the shit. People don't understand. Anybody that doesn't live in Missouri that didn't grow up a true son, they'll never understand. They'll never.
Kicks in the end zone.
Dude,
downs.
No team, no team, no organization, no anything has ever been what fucking Mizzou is. I don't want to hear about the Cleveland Browns, the Detroit Lions. I don't want to hear about any of that shit. The fucking Mizzou Tigers.
It's been tough.
Buddy, here's the deal. Another reason why I stopped watching sports, I've talked about this before. My dad was my connection to sports. That was how I wanted to spend time with my dad. And I just can't enjoy it without him just fucking being there and be like, oh, these fucking... They're gonna blow it, guys. My dad was that guy. Everybody's like,
yeah, we did it.
He's like, I'll throw $50 down. My dad was the fucking dude from the Indians. He's fucking Randy Quaid.
Yeah,
from the Indians in Major League. He's like, I got $50. We're on the 2-yard line. We're gonna fumble this thing.
We would.
Fumble. And I'm like, fuck, he's a sage.
God damn it.
God damn it.
You're willing it.
My dad, I'm trying
You're willing it to happen,
I'm trying to be positive here, Pop. When we went to watch the...
That's why he broke you, and that's why you
broke
are
my
why you are.
I just can't. I can't watch. I can't watch sports. He even said when he was sick, he's like, don't worry, the Blues will win it when I die. He's like, they'll get it. They'll get it when I die.
Awesome.
Thanks, Pop.
Thank you. Thank you.
Maybe even put a word in for the Tigers. Just once. Yeah. Although I like what Drinkwitz is doing there. I like what's going on.
We got big
things
right
happening.
Now. We got a little swag
going on right now. We got a little fucking swag going on.
Are we 13th?
Drink's having a fucking
nation.
We're number 3 in recruiting in the SEC this year.
That's pretty cool.
It's in the SEC this year.
That's
I'm
pretty
pretty
cool.
fucking
Which is
juiced
pretty
about
much
it. Yeah,
everything. I would never want to take away the joy we experienced from the Blues, from anyone. I would never want that. That's the one thing I love about sport. We saw a bunch of crazy shit happen. That guy in the Buffalo outfit who was in Congress looked like a World Cup guy. I've always wanted to go to the World Cup.
Where was his vuvuzela, bud?
Where was his vuvuzela? So I would never want to steal that from someone. That is some of the truest joy of life. That means absolutely nothing. The Blues, if they go away, life goes on. The experiences with you, with the Sophisticated Hoosiers, getting to talk to my dad, like you were just talking about your dad, getting to talk to my dad every day after every game, us locked.
That's the deal.
In on the shit. You were even like, you'd be in the background and be like, oh, George, you Shanner, baby. Shanner, baby.
It's the best.
So having all of those connections, being able to watch it with my son and my dad, being on vacation for the parade.
You know what? I wasn't gonna go, but because you couldn't make it, I held space for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All of that are some of the most beautiful things on earth. And as the metaphor for what we're experiencing right now, to kind of extrapolate it into something a little bit bigger, it doesn't matter. But I'm fucking bought in. And out of this thing that is seemingly matterless, I can create so much joy and connectivity and memories and love with the people that I love out of something that is nothing, that all of this shit that we take real seriously that is separating us is just Blues versus Blackhawks, baby. Like, it's just Cardinals Cubs. It's just Chiefs Raiders, Chiefs Broncos. What's a bigger rivalry, you think?
Oh, Raiders.
Yeah. So, yeah, I fucking hate the Blackhawks guys. And I tried to run one off the road one time. I swear to God. I tried to do my duty.
You tried to run a Blackhawk fan off the road one time?
He was trying to pass me up on the shoulder, bud.
Oh, good. Put him in the wall.
I was going to put him in the wall. And Jen's like, you can't, the kids are in the car. I was like, you see the bumper sticker on this guy?
Did you have a Blues thing on your car by chance?
Yeah.
So he knew.
He knew. I had my
Put him in the wall.
I had my truck. I'll put him in the wall.
Yeah, what do you care?
I got a Dodge Ram.
You think the Ram, fucking Ram tough, dude?
You think I didn't buy this for this situation?
This is I have a blue Dodge Ram. I actually, when I walked on the lot and I said, you got anything that gets 8 miles to the gallon that I can potentially kill a Blackhawks fan with?
12, bud.
Okay, sorry. He's like, nope, but I'll do you one better. I can get you 12 miles to the gallon, and you can take any fucking fan of any franchise out with this thing. Sold.
Oh, man, unless it's like an Edmonton team who has to drive around in a fucking bulldozer snow plow. Those guys ain't going to win shit ever.
Oh, nice Ram, eh?
Oh, cute Ram, eh?
Cute Ram, bud.
I would never want to steal that joy from everyone. So while I can be bitter
no doubt.
about football, which I'm
out
of it. You have a lot more invested.
I'm just so excited about I'm excited about other things. I'm excited about STLSC coming in here.
But that's what I'm saying. Like soccer and hockey, my two favorite sports probably, which baseball was always my favorite sport.
Yeah,
but
baseball's
now,
still my favorite sport, yeah.
I love to have it on in the background.
Oh, baseball's hard to watch. Nobody hates
baseball
baseball as much as Rob Manfred. Nobody hates baseball as much as the commissioner of baseball.
It's tough.
The game does not need changing. Oh. It doesn't need change. Like, I don't get it. And I think that people, the people that are complaining, it's like
pitch
this
counts
is how I fucking
pitch counts ruin the game.
Pitch counts ruin the game, but also it's like that buddy who's just gonna change everything about himself to impress this gal. Yeah. And even then, like, she's not really that fucking into him.
It's like, come on.
That's what baseball does on a regular fucking basis. You got guys who are like, the game's too slow. It needs to be sped up.
Okay.
The same guy's like, but it doesn't have enough offense. I only like home. Well, you dumb dick. Those two things exist on a scale.
Yes.
The more offense, the longer the game. You see how that works?
Pitching duels
shorter game.
Are 2.5 hours
10
long.
home runs, longer game. You know how that works? Like, I don't want to have to fucking slow down. Put on a fucking helmet, bud. If you don't want to watch the game, don't fucking watch the game. It ain't for you. It's a little bit more sophisticated. There's plenty of games with clocks that you can watch. This one doesn't have a clock. Doesn't have a fucking clock. This is one you're just going to strap in.
That's
get told
I
the
put
story.
it on in the background.
Get told a story. Let your old Uncle Mike Shannon tell you a fucking story, bud. You want to watch fucking NASCAR? Watch NASCAR. You need something a little higher paced? Go watch something a little higher paced. We're not changing baseball for you because your brain don't work too good and you don't understand how it works, bud. Rob Manfred. Oh God, Goodell would kill him, but I would love to put the two of them. Just grease them up, put them in a tiled room with just a drain in the center and just some blunt weapons. And we say,
let's go.
Tell you what, fight to the death. And then as soon
Loser
as
dies, a winner dies too.
Well, that's the whole deal. As soon as Goodell's like, yeah, because Goodell's a monster. He's like 6'6". He goes fucking. Goodell's a beast.
He's like Vince McMahon.
He's a monster, dude. He's a former football player. He's a fucking beast. Like he's so big. So then you got this little fucking weasel fucking Manfred. He hates fucking baseball, and he goes like $130. Soaking
Why
wet.
didn't they put Bush?
Give W the job. You give George W. Bush the job. Baseball will be the best fucking sport inside 2 years.
I'm with you.
I mean, somebody's going to crash a plane into one of the stadiums. But
sell tickets.
Let's see here. I'm going to see if I can Google Roger Goodell's size. Oh, fuck you. He's bigger than that. And apparently he's not.
Go Chiefs,
Goodell's
baby.
only 5'11". Dude, Adam Silver from the NBA, he's fucking going to he's going 6'3". That
Really?
little fucking weasel dick. Anyway, so Goodell, pretty stout cat. That's where I'm stacking my chips.
5'11".
Yeah, that's where I'm stacking my chips. They don't give us weight. I guess that's uncouth. Put him in a room. I'm putting my money on Goodell. You tell him and Manfred, you guys got to fight to the death. Goodell, like within probably minutes. Although, I'd like to think that fucking Manfred's like this little Tommy Davidson from Ace Ventura when Nature Calls. He just fucking comes out, fucking fist, teeth, and fingernails, ready to fucking go.
I was unaware.
Yeah, the Wachu two were biters. Goodell, though, like Manfred's like running around, and Goodell just picks up a fucking club.
Yeah, because it's
one
blunt.
shot.
It's blunt objects.
One shot. Just caves fucking Manfred's
What
face.
if they
in.
just start kissing?
He's done. He wins. He's like, yeah. Door opens, bang, right in the fucking head.
Okay.
Mop him into the fucking drain.
Okay.
Mop him into the drain.
No.
Let's find some new commissioners.
Okay.
W, you get baseball. I'm giving Jesse
Vince McMahon.
Ventura. I'm giving Jesse
there you
Ventura
go.
football.
There you go.
That's the deal.
That's not a bad play.
Not a bad play.
I don't know. I think we kind of solved it.
I think we got to
I
figure
think
it
we solved it.
out. What happened in the Capitol yesterday, bud?
I don't know. Jeff City?
I'm sure some stuff. Actually, there was a little
skirmish.
There was a bill filed.
It's
in
the
Jeff
weirdest
City.
shit of all time.
Another bill was filed in Jeff City. If we want to, real quick, it's kind of more important than anything else we're talking about. So we got once again Representative Dogan's legislation. It reads just right. I think I'm going all in on it. I'm making scrap 14 shirts because our program sucks, and I'm not gonna stand for it. However, a representative from Kansas City, Republican from Kansas City, Michael Davis, filed legislation to reduce penalties for simple drug possession from a felony to a misdemeanor. So all drugs. Currently in the state of Missouri, any drug possession offense except for marijuana under 35 grams is an automatic felony. According to the Missouri State Highway Patrol, in 2014, the last year data was available, there were 31,062 drug arrests in Missouri, 18,000 of which were for marijuana.
Oh, shit.
We're proud to let you know that Missouri State Representative Michael Davis from Kansas City, a first-term legislator, has filed House Bill 704 that would reduce the penalty for drug possession from a felony to a misdemeanor. Members of the Crossing Paths Political Action Committee work with Representative Davis on this proposal, and we are grateful for his leadership. Representative Davis is a first-term legislator and a lawyer whose goal is to make Missouri a freer state. I want less government. I want Missourians to have more freedom. The key to success for this legislation is finding support in law enforcement. Fortunately, attitudes in law enforcement are changing rapidly, and now is a key time to start educating the law enforcement profession about public health strategies to mitigate the harms of drug abuse. Okay,
motherfuckers.
They're doing it right. Like, listen, let's address an elephant in the room. It's a big old elephant, especially in the weed community. There is a person attached to Crossing Paths who the weed community does not smile favorably upon. His name's Ethan Thampy. I mean, I'm not telling any fucking secrets here. Every time something comes out from Crossing Paths, people link Ethan to it and his past transgressions, alleged transgressions. I honestly don't care. I don't care because here's what I don't understand. The things that they're doing, the things that Crossing Paths is getting representatives to draft are things that people in the drug community have been, to end the drug war in that community, have been trying to do for decades. I don't care who the guy is behind the scenes doing that. Shamed Dogan put forth probably the best weed language I've ever seen. He wrote a 6-page bill. It's okay to have weed. it's okay to cultivate weed. Anybody can get licenses for this business as they would any other business. All of these things are exactly the fucking weed market that we deserve. I think it's unfortunate that a certain person be attached to it, and somehow that is it takes away from it, because I don't think it does. It doesn't matter who wrote it. If it becomes our law, it becomes our law.
Yeah.
So I just want to address that, because I feel like there's like this there's this echo that happens where they're like, well, EPIN's attached to that, and I feel really bad for anybody that wants to do something with EPIN. And I'm like, well, first off, I don't personally have anything to do with EPIN Thampy. I don't know him. I don't know what his past is. His past really doesn't affect me.
You guys did make out at that.
We did make out one time, but I didn't know we were wearing those masquerade masks. I didn't know.
I knew.
You knew. I didn't.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun for me.
Yeah, I know.
So I just want to address that, because right now I can't. I challenge. First off, if you find yourself a civil libertarian, maybe on the left side of the aisle, I think that Republican representatives are running laps around you right now as far as advancing civil liberties. So here's a great place to decide whether or not you want to play us versus them politics. We're going to get to it a little bit more on the federal thing, what happened yesterday. But you have a perfect opportunity right now to say, no, I'll get across the aisle on this. Open licensing. Completely, regulated on a commercial level, completely decriminalized, descheduled for personal cultivation and use. That is like a fucking grand slam as far as the language goes. Now, and then people will be like, well, then you gotta write your representative. That's what they talk about with Article 14. You gotta write your representatives to make this so. No, I'd rather write my fucking representatives to follow the fucking language as it reads. Dogan's language is better than Article 14. Period. It's so much better than Article 14. I would give you would be crazy to. I honestly think, we talked about it the other day. If you think home cultivation, as it is right now, is more helpful to patients than being able to walk pretty much anywhere in the neighborhood and getting a $15 eighth, I think that you are. I think you're wearing blinders.
It's not taking home cultivation away anyway.
It's not. It's actually the way that it reads. The way that it reads, it's allowing you to grow as much fucking weed as you want.
Yeah,
I think
going to help
I think that there is going to be some regulation, some rules written into that, but I think that the way that he wrote it is what we can hope best for from our representatives. Truly, I do.
That's what needs to happen. They need to say, here, weed's legal. Sorry. Boom. And they're out of our lives forever.
Get the fuck away from me.
It's not the deal. We have created a system where it's like, is that medicinal marijuana?
Straight
or
up, dude, I don't give a fuck.
Is that medicinal marijuana, or is that recreational marijuana, or is that black market marijuana, bud?
Right.
Oh, it don't fucking matter.
Here's the deal.
It's legal. All of it. Fuck off.
I'm watching.
They got bigger problems.
I'm watching you dive into gardening for the first time. It's really been fun to see how much joy it's bringing.
Get on our Instagram
but
if you want to see it.
Straight up.
Best weed in town.
The things that the community needs to rally around are shit like this. Let's get it on the schedule. It's been proposed to the fucking legislature. Get it on the schedule. You want to call and fucking write your representatives about something? There it is right there.
Here's the
and
deal.
I'm going to shift fucking focus to the federal maybe in the second hour. Oh, fuck, we're way over. In the second hour, because the Democrats got control now. So we're going to talk about it from the other side, too. We're going to do that. But right now, you want to write your Missouri legislature about something? Write them about fucking Dogan's bill. Say, I want it to go through. I want it to go through. That's my horse. I've asked the weed community, shoot a hole in this bill for me. Tell me where it's wrong. Because here's the deal. I engaged Dogan on Twitter, and I said, are there going to be any protections for home cultivation? Because I do think it's important. And he goes, the way it reads, this isn't this doesn't cap home cultivation at all. The regulation would only
what I've been saying.
It's exactly what we've all been saying.
Fucking
get
grow as much,
the bill.
And gift as much.
Get behind
and
the
anyone
bill.
can have a license.
We're talking about some new laws in cannabis. That global guy, what's up in Denmark, pal?
There he is.
There he is, buddy.
About you, buddy.
There he is, pal.
Hey,
we talked
guy.
about a little bit of foosball in the beginning, but listen, let's jump to a break. I want to talk just a little bit more about this because this is big, dude. I'm trying to end the war on drugs. I'll look at your fucking garden. I'll talk about weed. Fine.
We're gonna build the community and end the war on drugs. They go fucking
wherever
hand
you
in
fit
hand.
in. Fine. It's no fucking. You know, I'm not. I unabashedly say I honestly could give a fuck less to talk about weed ever again because I've done it for fucking 5 years. Right?
I know it does get a little jaded.
You get real fucking jaded because this ain't what I'm talking about. Because all along, my goal has been to end the war on drugs. You want to have weed? Cool, man. Have weed. Don't hurt anybody. Please don't hurt anybody.
Yeah, very simple.
Grow weed. Help. You know anybody sick? Help them out. That's all I want.
Simple.
That's all I want.
Fuck, bud.
But as far as like, dude, I'm not going to. I will fucking ironically use fucking slang and shit that I sound dumb at 37-year-old fucking saying. But, you know, other than that, like I'm having a real hard time pretending like, oh, we've talked about it before, dispensary reviews, bud. I gotta be careful about making fucking suicide jokes because it's not funny. I would rather fucking do anything in the world than hear anybody except for maybe Max Montrose. Max Montrose. If you're familiar with him, Trichome Institute, wrote the book Interpreting. If he wants to tell me about terpene profiles and about how good weed is or how weed tastes, cool. Missouri, I don't care what you have to say about weed. Your opinion is completely subjective, and
I did a weed
that's fine.
review.
I know it's great. It's fine. Make me laugh with it. Make me laugh with it.
Yeah.
Give me some entertainment value.
Because that's what I'm
we
saying.
watched it the first day that the fucking dispensaries opened up. We watched all of these fucking nerds stumble over themselves
just
to go
tough.
grab fucking
They're
dispensary
fine,
weed
they're
and give
fine.
reviews. Your review is not candid. There's no candor attached to it. It's a farce. I want to talk about the shit that matters when it comes to weed.
Of art.
And that is people. It's the death of art.
It really is.
I mean, we talk about cum all the day, but yeah, it's the death of art also.
We talk about cum all day.
All day, but
when the cameras
but
are
the
off,
weed
you
thing's
should
the death
really
of art.
hear.
I don't. You don't make weed fun for me. You don't. The
Hey, let them have fun, bud.
Fine, it's
let
fine.
them have fun.
I'm just not trying to talk about it.
Okay, well, you're
trying to-
talking a lot about not talking about
I
it.
know. I'm trying to talk about
Trying to-
fucking.
you're talking a lot about not talking about it.
I'm talking about not making people prisoners. Prisoners for fucking a plant. Bud.
Okay,
So you
bud.
got 2 Republican legislators in the state of Missouri putting bills out there that the entire fucking weed community should be behind. They should be
And
behind
they should
this.
rally behind you after you just berated them for 10 minutes.
I'm saying get your fucking stand for something, motherfuckers. That's the other thing. These people climbing. We're going to talk about it. DC, I'm coming hot in the second hour. We're talking about it. You're going to stand for something? Stand for something, you
I have
fucking
Crystal's talk too.
Oh,
We'll
Crystal's,
sneak
yeah.
in
Maybe it's that
somewhere
third hour?
else. Yeah, third.
Fucking stand for something.
Hey, real quick too. There's so many cultivars that, especially with the cultivar review, and I don't know if strain review, I guess is what still people are calling it, but you do, and I don't know what's right or wrong. I just got a list the other day of seeds and names. It's beyond ridiculous with the names.
The cultivars?
It's beyond ridiculous.
Oh, I call this one I'm lying to you.
So
this one here is I'm lying to you, Kush. And this one here is also not really what it's named, OG.
No, you gotta have some fun name to it. You just add a little gorilla, grape, fucking, just make it sound good. Mother,
I just want to
chip,
love weed again, dude.
Elliot.
I want to love weed again.
I love it again growing it.
Yeah, I know.
I always loved it, but I did feel not disenfranchised, but a little bit.
You got connected to the plant a little bit better.
Yeah, and just seeing the people that came in, I thought it was the people that came in and were like, "Hey, I'm the suits. I'm the suits."
That's what
okay,
I'm
cool.
getting at. So many people that kind of purport to be fucking bleeding hearts and community builders and shit like that have completely fucking fleeced us.
Oh, for sure.
They have fleeced us, and now they're all eerily silent. Eerily silent whenever there's something that actually is freeing language out there.
That will
and,
help.
and the only thing they have to say, and I'm just going to bring this back to this, the only thing they have to say was, EPIN's attached to that. Okay?
Fine.
Great. Great.
When we keep calling it patience, when we keep going to this thing, it's like the patience, the patience, the patience, the patience, the patience. I'm starting to evolve and switch my thought process because this has been an evolution of self. Learning and being attached to the cannabis industry, I've learned so much shit about myself. It has forever changed me, bud. Like, so many things about it. What has happened with this is I don't want to call it patience anymore. It's just fucking people. The war on drugs is a war on people. We've heard it before, bud.
Who told us that?
Darren said that.
Darren, the goddamn Darren lion.
When we have to go patient, criminal, 6 plants over 14 inches, 8 plants over 14 inches. You're fine. You are still a fucking criminal, bud. What is the deal? This language, if it says grow as much, gift as much,
I'll pull it up again.
and get a fucking license. Because I know they said it'll still change. They can still add shit to it before it gets processed.
100%, Robbie Dodds. The idea of corporate weed's fucking wild. If you're talking about corporate weed, then reviews are just product marketing. 100%. 100%. If you're getting dispensary weed reviews, there is very little. If you're getting dispensary weed reviews, chances are there was an exchange of goods there. There was an exchange of services there. You want to talk about my weed? Cool, I'll give you a little bit. Let everybody know how it is. Oh no, it's okay. Be honest with it. Whatever, that's fine. There was, there's if you're fucking reviewing
We've had them
dispensary
come in
weed,
here and offer us money to do reviews.
honest to God, offer us big money to do it. And
I mean, I don't know what big money.
I just don't have it. I just don't.
They said it, and I
in
was
me.
like, that probably actually means big money because I'm poor.
I just don't.
You know
know.
what I mean?
I know it does.
Yeah.
I know it does. Dude, I work with this industry, and it's okay. And the reason why I want Dogan's fucking legislation to pass is because I know 100 people, 100 fucking people at least, that could grow and offer a better weed buying experience than the people that are attached right now.
No doubt.
I know that to be
doubt.
true. And because of what I do for I work in marketing, I would like to work with people whose ideals I align with. Right now, I've been fortunate. The few people that I've been able to do some things for, I've been fortunate to have no problems with. Now I've done. If you've seen a couple of big brands merchandise wearing it, and you're wearing a real comfortable shirt, and you're like, "This is the softest shirt ever," you're welcome. I recommended that shirt. Yeah. I believe in the power of marketing with good things. I do. I know the kind of money that these people are spending on marketing. It's a big number. And I also know that the average weed community, you ever watch Disjointed?
Yeah.
It was kind of goofy,
Yeah.
right? But Dank and Dabby, right? Yeah. Like, I know how
you love them
easily, 100%, easily taken advantage of the weed community could be for the name of free weed or free fucking
that's
swag.
what pisses me off.
That's what I'm getting at. Stand for something because you can. Because we have developed something. Because I didn't spend my time and money shotgunning this out to everybody, because I had people come up to us in the group and say, be careful about how fast this group grows. Focus on how it organically grows. And we have. And because of that, when people join, they're like, this is like no other place on the internet. This is like no other place on the internet. Cool. That's what I'm cultivating. You guys want to talk about weed? Cool. You want to talk about crack? Cool. I don't care what you talk about. Just be respectful. Love one another. Love one another. We're going to do some big things together if we believe in the fucking power of one another, if we truly focus on this community here.
That's it. The cannabis community progressing
deal. And
into
the cannabis
sophisticated
community
Hoosiers,
got
bud.
splintered
This is
over
gonna
this
bring us
whole
back.
deal.
Let's bring us
and
back.
let's bring it the fuck back. Because the only thing all of us want is to get in the fucking circle and pass a fucking joint around. That's all we want to do. We want to laugh with our fucking friends.
Baby.
We want to laugh with our friends. We want to get a little closer to God and have a little bit of fun with the people that we love. What I don't want is for all of us to be sitting, or for a group of people to be sitting at this proverbial table making the decisions for all the people on the outside looking through the glass
Like
wondering
fucking
what the fuck's
stoners.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stoners. Oh, don't fucking worry about them. They'll fucking take whatever we give
Listen,
them.
I got a business degree. These fucking idiots wouldn't know their asshole. From
This
a
is what I'm
fucking
trying to do. And you know what? Like,
hole
we've
in the
also,
ground.
it's amazing how many people come to us and be like, you know, we're going to ask you guys to kind of run our digital end of things, but.
Big money to me is like $50. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh,
if they would've said
Will
any
O'Donnell, we were
number-
talking about you earlier.
I know, man. Willie,
we were talking
what's
about you,
up,
Willie.
buddy? Didn't figure out that Twitch yet, did you, bud? It's all right.
We're going
It's all right.
to
It's
figure
all
it
right.
out. We're
It's all
going
right.
to
We're
figure it out.
for
We're
you,
like
buddy.
way overdue.
We're
So
way
maybe-
overdue, bud. But we're having a good
We're having a good
conversation.
Well, I think we're having
Back
a
to
conversation
raising the
worth about having.
vibration, buddy.
The weed community at its fucking center is love. And the people that won in this weed community, not everybody, for the most part though, the ones that are really moving and shaking, they don't give a fuck about the community aspect of it. And it's left up to us to do it. And I realize how maybe alienating it is for me to come up here and fucking lambaste what it's becoming. But also, like, I'm coming from fucking where I'm frustrated. I want to end the war on drugs. We went to conferences across the country. We had an international conference come here to fucking St. Louis. I believe that the number one thing to fix society is ending the war on drugs. I truly do. I think that the number one thing to fixing the opioid epidemic and the ever increasing rate of suicides is psychedelic therapy. I really, truly do. I believe that there are more answers to curing cancer in the cannabis plant than there is anywhere else. I believe all of that. And I believe that we have put up fucking false, but there has been a very select few amount of people put up false barriers to keep us from things that are actually stunting our evolution. It's stunting our evolution as a whole. And I'm as fucking individualist as they come. Don't talk to me about the collective, because I don't believe in it. I believe the collective is advanced by fucking exceptional individuals. I truly do. But you got to fucking take the reins off of them. You got to let exceptional individuals fucking do their work. And you never know where those exceptional individuals are hiding. To think that just a small group of people have a better idea to do this. Oh, I know that weed can cure cancer. I 100% know that weed can cure cancer. No joke.
Weed and diet is a nice little mix to start shrinking tumors.
I mean, a gram of RSO a day has been shown to cause apoptosis in cancer cells. The reason why a lot of people maybe laugh about cancer potential or cancer being cured by weed is because they only have an idea of how weed is smoked.
Yeah, sure.
Dude, I watched my dad die before I learned enough about RSO. And it's my only regret I have in this fucking world. I was able to I'm posting a video of this.
I
was able to offer my dad solace in his final moments. I was able to get his appetite. And so with that is also life-saving, albeit for a little while. We're all going to die. We're all terminal. But being able to watch him finally eat affordably. I mean, his anti-nausea meds were $2,500 a month. For what $60 in weed could do for him. You know, he didn't need much. A couple hits off the fucking bong. He's feeling good. He had a little appetite. He could sleep. His anxiety was lowered. Wasn't reversing any cancer cells. Well, then I learned about fecal oil.
We talked about the placebo effect, though.
Yes.
And I always thought that
yeah.
that first bit of smoking it, at least you're eating and getting back to a sense of your body being able to heal, that it ups your percentages. But then go on.
So then I learned about fecal oil, and my dad had a cancer that couldn't be treated from the exterior. Chemo was never going to reach it through a port in his arm or his chest. It was in his peritoneal cavity, which is like a sac inside of your gut. And nothing really penetrates it. But then so he had like gut cancer, and his intestines were matted together. And then I learned about just the power of what eating cannabis can do. We know people that have autoimmune stuff like Crohn's and things like that are kicking their autoimmune diseases ass by eating a steady dose of weed. I I wish I'd have known more at the time. And in that moment, I was like, I need to evangelize about this a little bit. So you're going to have to excuse me if I show you my fucking nutsack when you show me a Keef Cola. Drink a cap full of this if you want to feel good when there isn't a fucking single syringe of RSO on the shelves. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you for every patient who actually needs healing. And fuck you for thinking that home cultivation somehow is better for patients to fix that. Because they've also got other rules in there that say you can't use combustibles to make it. Well, thankfully, you can make RSO with fucking grain alcohol, and it ain't combustible. But nobody fucking knows how to do it. So do me a favor and put weed on every goddamn corner of the fucking world so that people who are sick can fucking heal themselves. And not like heal their fucking mind and not like fucking, get into Rasta vibes. It helps. It helps.
Rasta vibes.
Rasta vibes I read.
You've seen the commercial?
I've seen it. I saw the cashmere cannabis deal.
That's the deal, bud.
Give me fucking RSO.
RSO. It
and
needs
people
to be
that are fucking people like Kush Coach, and he's like, I'm fucking grow medicine. Steve Geeter, they got a fucking dude, my fucking guy. They just drive around. You fucking RSO?
Yep.
Cool. Here you go.
Yep,
Here's
there
your
you go.
medicine, bud. Oh, here's a nug to enjoy while you're at it.
And
here's
a 12-pack of cola.
Medicine. Dude, fuck you.
No,
you got a 130,000 square foot kitchen. Kiss my ass. Make some fucking Fico oil. You could make drums of Fico oil. It could look like goddamn fucking a Texas oil field in your 130,000 square foot facility of actual medicine. Just be honest about what you are. You are a recreational brand. You know what? Straight up, when it's all fucking recreational, where I'm going to go? Well, if we allow everybody in, I'm going to go to my buddy's house because he's going to be competitive. But if it's recreational, I'm going to go where my fucking dollar goes the furthest. And that's what fucking guys like fucking Clover can beat their chest on. But right now, you're the only manufacturer. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We will not be making any taffy this year. We're not going to have any taffy. Okay? We're not going to have any taffy or soda until every cancer patient in the fucking state gets a little bit of RSO. You want to see how quick I fucking run to your corner? I'll fucking carry your fucking banner anywhere if you do that.
Let's fucking save people's lives, buddy. I mean, that's the deal.
30,000 square foot.
The leaders,
fuck you.
The leaders of our community are about their bottom line. And it's like, oh no, I'm about the patients a little bit. But until you prove to me that you want to get RSO to the people who fucking need it, that we've seen, bud. We've seen it save lives. We've also seen it when they didn't get it in time or enough. And I'll be damned if I let people like your dad, like Aubrey, like fucking
they're not going to die in vain.
Fuck that.
And if you got
shit.
something to
and
say
I
to
got
me,
a problem.
Yeah.
People go, oh, you seem a little
you're
mad
on edge.
about weed.
You're on edge, bud.
You seem a little mad
Yeah,
about
I am.
the dispense.
Yeah, I watched my
I'm
fucking hero.
pissed.
I watched my fucking hero die because I couldn't get him medicine. Yeah, I'm a little fucking worked up, bud.
The hell
and I
stinks
don't
for
give
a
a
fucking
fuck
family.
about your soda.
Don't
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about fucking how luxury your experience is. I will go. I have bought drugs in the seediest places in America, bud. I'll go into the dirtiest trailer ever.
It's awesome.
Pass the savings along to me. Can somebody open the Aldi of weed? I'll put a fucking quarter in the cart. I'll put a quarter in the cart.
I don't care. That's the deal, bud. That's where I got to remind myself every day. I don't want to live in that fucking pain of holding space for the Matthews family when we fucking lived that journey with them, going through that. When we talk about
Just say what you are.
Like, let's fucking get medicine from our leaders.
That's the deal.
To our people.
Dennis had just said it. What's frustrating is they can make Fico so much cheaper than their candy. They would turn a profit selling that shit so cheap.
Wow.
I want to give it a little shout out because there is.
Wow.
I'm excited. I'm halfway excited about this. We'll see. The proof's in the fucking pudding, right? The dispensary that's opening here in Festus, they want to set up a $1 RSO program. I'll shout that from the.
I will.
I'll fucking.
Shout it.
Ricola. That's me. $1 RSO. That's me. me, bud.
That's him.
I'm fucking on
That's
the fucking
him.
mountaintop. That's where I'm fucking living. I can't legally sell FECO from hemp because of the THC concentrations. I get it?
Fuck off.
Bottom line is,
We love
have
you, Gemini
fun.
Jen.
Have fun. Fucking
We love you.
Whatever. I shit on people. I do this.
Bag it up
I do this.
myself, get my own card. Let me have it at a reasonable price.
All I want is a $23 pre-roll.
In Jamaica, when they went, they said, here's a field of it drying. Like they had it just drying on, how they just dry it and cure it. And you went with a paper bag and you just kind of picked out, and the paper bag cost like $40. Whatever you can mash into it was what you got to take home. Give me that, bud.
Straight up.
Give me that.
I just, Amber says Missourians need to learn the protocol and dosage on RSO. Not all patients need to be on pure RSO.
What does that mean?
I
does
think
that mean?
There are all different kinds of concentrates. Somebody might need more CBD in their RSO. Somebody might need more CBC. Somebody might need
I don't know. How do you know that?
Do you know how you know?
How do
You
know
build
that?
a 130,000 square foot science lab.
That's what you
and you
do.
fucking offer an entire spectrum of fucking full extract cannabis oil. That's what you do. And then once you've flooded the market with as much of this that can be made from fucking sugar leaves, it can, you can make it from the droppings, the goddamn trimmings. You got more weed than the rest of the state, big shoots? Cool. Fucking neat. Make some RSO, asshole.
That's what
There's
you can
not
do.
a single fucking dispensary with one fucking thing of RSO.
And that's what you can do. The dispensaries are out there. They're on social media. Get in their fucking chats when they're talking. Fucking Suede Dispensary goes, your favorite way to intake medicine. And it's a fucking person blowing out a fucking
Challenge
cloud
cone.
of vape or something.
Challenge cone.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I ask them about RSO on their feed, and they're like, RSO can't be smoked. That's how they responded to me. RSO can't be smoked.
Yeah, I know, bud.
I'm like, well, what are
Thanks
you
for
talking about?
educating me.
I go, when are you going to get
Can somebody
some?
get me a dog to tell me what kind of weed I need?
I know, Buds McKinley. Buds McKinley.
Got to shoot that.
Yeah, rights.
Right.
Okay, what I need to know.
Dude, there you go.
hormone-based-
1 gram of FECO in Illinois is going to cost a medical patient $30 to $50. That is unsustainable. You have
Fuck
to have
no.
a gram of RSO
No.
in a day to cause
50,000.
apoptosis in cancer cells. We're only going to do one commercial break today. Fuck them.
Oh, bud.
I'm feeling pretty good. So that's like 30,000 to 50,000 a kilogram. What the fuck? Yeah, it's insane.
That's what I want to do, though. I want to figure out if these guys really cared about patients, they would have set up something. There is zero creativity in the Missouri cannabis market. That's also something I want to challenge you guys on.
Yep.
I want to challenge them to be creative, new, and different. When I heard about the one doing $1 RSO, I'm like, let's fucking go. Use your brain. Be creative. Don't go, well, we have a nice wood table and wood floors, and you have this waiting room. Well, how do they do it in every other state? Okay, they do that. Take these fucking ideas and make them better. We're a different breed here in Missouri, okay? We need to figure out what's best for us, and what's best for us is this fucking show me how it. You don't think it works on cancer? Show me. Get all of the cancer patients who want to try it and get them on a free RSO protocol and fucking feed it to them and say, hey, you sign this document, you can't sue the fucking RSO people. And the shit is, we can't talk about it with our fucking doctors like it's some dirty fucking secret. Because the doctors are like, ooh, yeah, the tumors are shrinking, but maybe another round of fucking chemo might do it. I don't know. Maybe that's the fucking... No. Discuss how THC, how CBD, how CBN, how CBG... Discuss what each one of those is doing to my kid's fucking cancer, bud. Because I am at my wit's end. I don't know where to turn. I don't know who to go to. I'm looking on the fucking internet for shit. You can't bring a doctor in here. You can't bring a scientist. You can't bring one of these fucking community leaders. Mitchum, if you're so fucking caring about the patients, look the fucking parents in the eye with the cancer and say, that's motherfucker, I got a bunch of weed over here. I don't really know how RSO works. Sorry about you. Yeah. Oh, you're at your wit's end and you just need someone to give you some sense of fucking hope in the world and you can't do that? That's why I'll never support the people at fucking Suede. They were a part of that shit. They could have been a part of that shit. And I don't know if they really know it, but I know one of them knows it. And they could have been a part of building the fucking community from the fucking life-saving basis of it and chose not to. So I'm fucking out.
Yeah,
I'm out on all of you. I ain't fucking doing it. I ain't playing your game. I ain't letting you talk to these people who don't know.
Yeah.
Like you're fucking
who
talking
come
to
to me. Who come to me to connect them with the people. And you know what? We did it. We fucking did it. When we were at, and you know, there was a bunch of people speaking out against Midwest Canna Expos and they're fucking, I'll go to those every fucking year.
Fuck yeah.
I will go to those every year if I get an opportunity to meet
They
Matthew's
always
family.
get, so if you need help getting in and you're one of the guys like, I can't fucking save up $125. I get it. I do get that. They will figure out a way to get you in. They always have been fucking excellent about that.
So here's the deal. I'll go to it every year, and people can fucking they can misconstrue or misrepresent why I'm there or who I'm rubbing shoulders with. Because you know what? I didn't have a dispensary to pick up the phone and call. First off, we didn't know who they were yet, or maybe we knew a couple of them that got licensing by that point. But they were just building out. I didn't have somebody. When John came to me and told me a story, I didn't have somebody I could say, they're making medicine.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Them. Oh, we had them. We had them, but they didn't get licenses.
Belief.
Yeah.
We had a fucking person that we reached out to that could have fucking done something.
Yep.
And nothing was done.
So, what I did was I walked across the fucking aisle and I found 15 people who didn't even fucking play the fucking stupid
moms
licensing.
and dads.
I didn't even play the fucking licensing game. I found moms and dads who fucking know what this plant does. Mm-hmm. And they go, what do you need, bud? I know what you're about. I'm not quite. What do you need? I'll get you the help you need. And within fucking 30 minutes, I got the kid some fucking medicine.
I saw Wendy was posting on that post like, what are you fucking awesome at? And she's like, I'm a fucking awesome mom. And I go, motherfuck, she mothered the entire Matthews family. Ashley did. That's why it's so it's a conundrum with Ashley, because I don't know if I could love a person more. And then she's with the Route 66 Wellness, and it's like, ooh, fuck, here's a little deal. But she also has Aiden's Alliance, which is trying to get medicine to people for free. RSO. She fucking knows. She knows the deal. So if you need to talk to someone, talk to her. Like I'm in fucking couldn't be more in love with Aiden's Alliance, her family, like the whole deal. But then there's all these, that's where we're trying to make sense of everything that we got going on here. Just trying to, little by little, I don't know better than anybody on anything. These are my fucking thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. I know I'm emotionally unstable sometimes. I get it, okay? I'm calculated most of the time, but when I let myself go, like, I get it, man. It's like fucking tying one on. I'm like, hey, baby, you know, I'm living for the moment right now. The deal is, fucking, let's show each other some love and compassion in this industry. We always have. We've always taken. Weed was never the cartels of, that you saw with other drugs. I know there is at a bigger level. But the fucking weed community, we've always been the outcast. We've always been the people who kind of get forgotten, or not by law enforcement, but forgotten by the rest of people. And it's fucking like, okay, now we're coming together and it's legal and it's like, yay. I just want to make sure when we're doing it fucking right, and we're doing it good, and we're not losing the magic that comes along with this plant.
Buddy, we're a little fired up today, and I'm feeling it. I'll tell you this. Yesterday, I just kind of trying to avoid it as much as possible. You know, we already knew that a bunch of fucking whack jobs are going to fucking go to D.C. and do their thing. I'm going to tell you this. So the Senate confirmed Joe Biden is our next president. Georgia flipped the Senate. The Democrats now control everything. If they don't pass the fucking MORE Act, I'm just putting this out as a warning.
The MORE Act has some problems with it.
Oh, it's got plenty of problems with it. That's fine.
Like, even though someone from the weed community was saying, man,
you got the reins on weed, is all I'm saying. You got 2 years. When everybody's solution to fixing this was voting people out, all right, we did it. We did it. Show me, motherfucker. Because if you don't fucking get any kind of federal movement on weed, don't you fucking dare tell me to vote a certain way again. Don't you fucking dare. It's so unoriginal. If these motherfuckers don't get it passed, I don't want to hear another fucking word out of them. That's where I'm at.
The MORE Act needs to look like Dogan's bill, though.
The MORE Act needs to look like Dogan's bill. Guys, if you're not behind Dogan's bill, I mean, look, as it reads, as Dogan's bill reads, there isn't a weed advocate who can tell me that's not the greatest language that you could possibly. I mean, maybe there's something you could add to make it a little bit better, but as far as simplistic, legalized weed legislation goes, it's better than anything proposed anywhere. And I'm in the spot where it's like Missouri's got a lot of up and coming kind of fucking young fucking fireball liberty fucking Republicans, which is a perfect storm for the progressive left wing that we're also fucking putting in power. It's the perfect storm for our civil fucking liberty, for our freedoms. It's just going to take all of us to stop with the bullshit, forget what the fucking letter is next to them, and push it through. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Nonprofits are going to be the only thing that save patients from money-hungry fucks. There ain't no doubt about that. 100%, and it's fucking amazing. Sometimes you have to make a deal with the devil to bring out the light, Steve. 100%, and it's fucking amazing that someone is standing up to corporate cannabis to make sure patients are taken care of. Yeah, man. I mean, look, I got enough friends. And the ones that fucking the new ones that I'm making are finding me. I'm finding the others. I don't need to. I'm not going to suck your dick to be your friend. I might suck your dick. I might suck your dick when you're my friend. But I'm not going to suck your dick to be my friend. All right? You get it.
I live by that code.
That's the deal. I'll suck your dick on my terms.
I'm not
I'm not going to suck your dick on your terms. Come on.
Shit.
Unless that's the power play that we're into.
I'm into trying new things.
Point is, the people that I want to be friends with, the people I want to make a community with, the people I want to share love with, are finding me naturally, organically. I'm not going to fucking say that your business is the fucking... And also, my friends that do have licensing, I think they know what I stand for. I think they know who I am. I'd like to think that we're consistent enough that they know who we are. And we're coming with the best of intentions.
Oh, I'm very easy to predict what I'm going to do. If you fucking do something that is patronizing to the cannabis community, I'm going to be pissed. If you're trying to give people RSO for free, I'm going to fucking probably try to fucking tickle you. I'm going to tickle you. Oh, I got a story too.
Great.
Jen and I watched a movie last night, a Norwegian movie. Jenny falls asleep at every movie ever.
She stayed up for the Norwegian movie?
She stayed awake for a Norwegian movie about a tidal wave. We can talk about that later. You want to go to our first break?
Our only break. We're spitting hot fucking fire.
Oh no, we got another one in 10 minutes.
I might go fucking God, I love getting my Craig and Steve head. It's the best.
It is. It is the best. Thank you.
Especially when we go at it at the same time.
Oh, buddy.
You could only be so lucky.
You don't stand
a chance.
And I mean, like, you won't be able to stand.
Look, I'm fired up today. People stormed the Capitol. Whatever. I'm getting behind Dogan's bill. A Kansas City representative has filed legislation to change all drug possession to a misdemeanor offense from a felony offense. These things are all big, all good.
All big, all good.
All big, and all good.
All big and all good.
Let's go to break.
I like doing this.
I think it sounds really good on the microphones, too.
Oh, yeah, we figured that out, that it doesn't.
Oh, hey. It's Adam McChesney with Ms. Marketing. We specialize in lead generation, filling your pipeline, and taking care of your payments. Give us a call today.
Adam from Ms. Marketing took me from 10 leads to 300 leads in a month, and I became the strongest boy in the schoolyard.
He increased the revenue for my charter fishing business by 30% in 1 month. Ms. Marketing.
What was that Facebook algorithm? What was that Instagram? Ms. Marketing.
know it's late, baby, but you got me thinking about my dream home.
Yeah, girl. You know, Bungeon Property Group doesn't just sell houses, they sell dreams. You know when the best time to talk about dreams is? In the middle of the night. That's why Bungeon Property Group is famously open 24 hours a day, so you can whisper sweet nothings in the middle of the night. Oh yeah. Tell me all your dreams of white picket fences, in-ground pools, and I'll find them for you. In an area with a low crime rate, general proximity to nice parks, walking distance to the grocery store, easy access to the highways, a place where you can offer a quality education to your children, all while feeling safe in your front yard while they play. Let me talk that dream house talk to you. Let me be your dream realtor.
Hey, DJ Shabba.
Hey, ladies.
Yup, yup, yup.
I'm gonna smoke a little weed, boy.
I wanna grow some trees, boy.
When I grow all the weed that I smoke,
And I blow all the trees that he grows.
and I smoke all the weed that I grow.
And I grow all the trees that he smokes.
Well, I'm growing and I'm smoking.
So I go see Bo.
And I'm smoke what I grow, yeah.
Proactive solution.
And I'm growing the hydro.
Bo knows hydro.
And I'm growing the hydro.
Proactive solutions.
Bono hydro. Bono hydro. Bono hydro. Bono how to grow. Bono how to grow.
Proactive solutions.
Bono how to grow.
Proactive solutions.
I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Wanted poster looking like me. Checking the swamp man for a pretty girl. Being an outlaw in an outlaw world.
Hey, I'm an outlaw, check it and see. Wanted poster looking like me. Walking my hound dog, surfing that swamp. Catching crow that do the sweetly stomp. Everybody do the sweetly stomp.
It's a stomp, it's a wiggle. Turn around, a little tickle. It's a stomp, move your feet. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf. Head on down to Sweet Leaf.
Dude, man, get on down to Sweet Leaf Emporium and do that Sweet Leaf stomp, man.
Hey guys, it's me, Kippy the Crazy Koala Bear, and I'm here to tell you about James Carlton Insurance.
Kids, quiet down.
It's the best.
Kids, quiet down and listen to Kippy.
Grown-ups need insurance, and Uncle James can help.
Right on.
Grown-ups need insurance. He's got the best reviews on Yelp. Grown-ups need insurance if they want to protect their house.
Yes, sir.
Grown-ups need insurance if they want to properly bury a spouse.
That's a bit morbid.
Grown-ups need insurance if they drive a truck.
Okay.
Grown-ups need insurance just so they don't get...
Whoa, Kippy, you can't...
Well, I was just going to say
cannot.
get in trouble.
Okay, well, it
you
sounded
don't
like
wanna
you were going
get
to
in trouble.
sounded like you were going to say something else. James Carlton, State Farm Insurance. You can find him online at carltoninsurance.net, or you can call him at 314-961-4800.
Native hemp inside of me. 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 I got 1,800 milligrams going real good down my throat. When I wake up in the morning and I need a pick me up. Well, I grab my bottle of native hemp and I splash it on my tongue. Lap, lap, lap. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me. Native hemp inside of me.
Native hemp extract, available at HoosierSophisticate.com. Enter code HOSO, H-O-S-O, at checkout for an additional 30% off.
Welcome back, Hoosier Sophisticate Show. I don't even know what hour it is. It's damn near hour 3, but we're just cruising along. Put your money where your mouth is, motherfucker. If you guys are trying to affect change through the ballot box or whatever, well, here we go.
Hey,
you got the opportunity.
Can I give them 15 minutes of this movie I watched last night? Maybe like 5-10 minute just recap of this movie that anybody might want to watch real quick.
100%.
Jen,
Norwegian. Is that what you? It was
Jen's
Norwegian
watching it right
flick?
now. It was Norwegian. We didn't know. Okay, so last night on Weed, Weather, and Whatever, I asked Rachel, I go, what's your favorite weather-based film? And you guys can go ahead and put what's your favorite weather-based film. I could really only think of 2, The Day After Tomorrow and Twister. I'm like, what else is a weather-based event? There's got to be one about, Volcano. Dante's Peak. Great movies. Yep. Great movies. I forgot about. I love Dante's Peak.
Dude, we watched that in my earth science class.
Through the fucking
my earth science
acid water.
teacher was going through. My earth science teacher was going through a divorce.
Yeah.
And he wheeled the fucking TV in every day and put Dante's Peak on, bud.
I love the personal problems of teachers.
Dude, it's the best. Go ahead.
So we pop this thing on, and it's a guy who kind of looks like Dale from Walking Dead, the brother from Boondock Saints, not
Sean Patrick Flannery.
Yes, I think so.
He's the better looking of the two. The other one's from Walking Dead.
Yeah, the Walking Dead one.
Oh, okay, that's not Sean Patrick Flannery.
Okay, yeah, the other one.
I got you. Go ahead.
So Jenny and I throw this thing on because it's called The Wave. It's on Amazon Prime.
The Wave?
It's called The Wave. Apparently in these Norwegian countries, you have to worry about, since they're built along these fucking like fjords and these little like mountain canals and shit, that when a piece of the mountain slides off into the water, it makes a tsunami 80 meters high that'll just rush over all those towns.
Norman Reedus is his name.
Norman Reedus, thank you. Kind of looks like him. The movie starts out, and the chick, the main, his wife, it's him, his wife, and his 2 kids. Okay, he works at a place where they keep an eye on if the mountain is moving or not. So, and Jenny and I are kind of like, okay, well, let's see. This has got to be good. You know, it's a Norwegian film. It's got to be good. We're about 5 minutes into it, and he's kind of manic, and then him and his wife are getting together, and his son hates him, his daughter, you know, he's like, okay, whatever. Weird dynamic through the whole family, and like the stuff they're eating is all kind of different and stuff. Like he's eating like a piece of bread that looks like cheese, mayonnaise, and pickles, and he's just like munching it. I'm like, it's just kind of different stuff. I love it.
Okay.
And so they're getting ready to. They have a scene where she's like, "Are you ready to move out of this town?" And he's like, "I don't know if I should." And she's like, "Well, you better get ready to pack it up." And he's like, "Oh, you want me to pack things up?" And you're like, "Oh, here we go. Here's the whole thing." So he's like coming at her, like trying to get close to her. And she goes, "No tickling. No tickling." And I'm like, that's hilarious.
That is.
Like,
was that? Hold on. Was that the?
No, it was at the bottom.
Okay. Oh yeah. So
like,
that was. Okay.
And
So
he's like,
so you're actually
"No
watching it
tickling."
subtitled. You're not even watching it dubbed.
No, subtitles.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
reading the whole thing.
Okay.
So after they get to the no tickling part, kid walks in. He's like, "Not on the kitchen counter again, guys." And I'm like, "Oh man, sexuality's wild in Norway, dude." So they're like, "Okay, we're getting." Well, then they're packing their bags, and they're like, "Guten Fragen, Huden Fraud." And then they're like,
They speak German?
Yeah, I know. They go, double check. They keep saying double check.
Yep.
Is double check. So it was weird that in this movie, you can't understand a damn thing, and they're like, did you do double check? Oh, double check. I double check the Grundfrage. You know, like all this shit. I'm like, this is great, dude. This is fucking awesome. I love this shit. So we get into it. Then it just starts getting a little weird. They have 10 minutes whenever this mountain breaks off. The guy, he freaks out. He's like, guys, I'm reading all the... He takes his fucking books. He's moving, right? He's got all of his work books in this thing, right? All these work binders. And he goes, they're moving, and he's like, throws them into trash. And he's like, time to move. And I'm like, well, fuck. You think he'd like give that back to the place he was working, or maybe just hold on to them? Like, they get rid of everything. It's crazy. And they live, their son's like, I don't want to leave here, Dad. And he's like, we got to leave. He's like, pretty much the dad's like, get over it. We're moving. I don't care. You're 16. Shut up. And he's looking out, and he's sitting on like a lake or like the ocean where there's just mountain peaks going back and forth as this water's maneuvering through. It's the most beautiful thing you could ever see. Like, he's mad about leaving. You don't say.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Shit,
you
Dad.
don't say. This is
Yeah.
the most beautiful creation
Fuck
on
yeah.
God's earth right now. Snow-capped mountains, the sun's going down. I'm like, this is awesome. So he's freaking out because he starts to read that these water levels are dropping and they have all these sensors. So he's starting to pick up on the sensors, right? The other people in his work are like, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, bud.
So he's supposed to be moving his kids, and he's like a jackal. The wife's always like, okay, the wife's so forgiving. She works at a hotel. He's like, forgetting to pick up his kids and fucking not helping him pack and all this shit. And she's like, can you help pack? I'm like, man, Norway, they got it figured out, bud. So he's supposed to be taking the kids on this ferry, but he starts to he's getting ready to get on the ferry, and he gets like this weird vibe that the mountain is going to move and it's going to fall in. And everybody's like, the mountain's quiet. Once the mountain grabs you, you can't go away. So he rushes back with his kids to his work, right? Takes his kids. His daughter's like 5. His son's like 16. Takes him back to his work. He's like, hold on, I'll be right back. Goes into the work. He sees that the meters are off. He's like, I got to go check it out. Switch to the next scene. He's in a helicopter flying to the mountain. Jen goes, are his kids still in the car? And I'm like, shit, I guess they forgot about that. Like, they just switched to the next scene and didn't really go back and check the fluidity. So I'm like, yeah, I didn't even think of that. His kids are still in the car. So he takes a helicopter into the mountains, puts it on the roof, decides to get out like his belaying stuff, and he's going to go off the side and check inside of the mountain to see if the sensors, all the cables, if it's falling off of the side of the mountain. Well, the things are compressing. The mountain's compressing. It's not expanding. So they're like, we got nothing to worry about. It's actually falling back in on itself.
Right, sure.
So then he does all that, gets back on the helicopter, goes back, shows back up to his work, and goes to his car, and he's like, oh, the kids are gone. He's like, oh, I forgot I was gone for 7 hours. And my kids are fucking, they walked home or whatever. And I'm like, oh no, they came back. He just left those motherfuckers in the car. Well, they called the mom. The mom picked him up, took him back to the fucking hotel. So where she works. No. He goes back there and he's like, I'm in so much trouble. Oh, and she's like, hey, bud, you can't
Save
leave.
the world.
You can't leave your kids in the car for 7 hours. Just a heads up.
Yeah,
And he's
not
like,
a good idea.
And he's like,
It's not a good look.
I won't do that again. So he
Thank you.
decides to take the daughter and go back to the house because she wants to sleep in the house for the night. He realizes now all the sensors are going off, right? All the sensors are fucking going wild. And the people at the place are like, oh, shit. Well, they call him, and he's like, oh, the sensor's going crazy. And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, that's the mountain. Well, the 2 guys who were the head of that little station he was working at, they're like, we'll go check it out on the mountain. And so they go in there, they go check out the crevice. Well, now the sensors are going crazy. They're in this crevice of the mountain. The mountain is actually compressing. So they're like stuck in this place. A boulder falls and lands on this guy's ankle. So now he's stuck in the mountain. Well, then all this shit starts coming down, knocks the rock away. They go to the rock slide, and the guy takes his belt clip off, and he's like, clips it on the other guy. And he's like, what are you doing? And he's like, this rope ain't going to hold both of us. And so the rocks start falling down, and he falls down immediately. Well, they show the other guy, and he's kind of hunkered down at the edge of the mountain, but all this rock's falling on him. They never come back to him. Like that was just a scene. They're
That
like,
was just the deal?
I guess he fucking died. I don't know. I guess that was just like a symbolism. Like,
Okay.
you're gonna get pummeled by rocks instead of fall straight off this mountain. So they never come back to that. He's on the phone with the guys as they're being crushed by the mountain. Now the mountain falls. They got 10 minutes to get the fuck out of town. They sound the alarms.
Yeah, they're donezo, bud.
They sound the alarms. His wife's got to get everyone out of the fucking out of the hotel, and he's got to get his daughter out of town. So he's taking his daughter out of town. He calls the wife. She's not calling. She's knocking on everybody's door, going, "Wake up! This is not a drill. This is not a drill."
She is fucking Paul Revere.
Some asshole named Philip comes out, and he's like, "Is this a drill?" And his wife's like, "Is this?" He's like, "Shut up! Is this what's going on here?" And she's like, "No, it's real. Get the fuck out. We got 10 minutes to get on this bus." They're gonna put everyone in the hotel on a bus and take them to high ground, right?
Okay.
She's knocking on everybody's door. She can't find her son. Her son's down in the basement skateboarding because he's cool. He's gonna skateboard
He's
in the basement.
skateboarding in the basement, like
'cause
Gleam
it's
in the Cube, because that was my shit, dude. As a
That's
kid,
it.
I
They
just
have a
wanted a
little Gleam
bomb
in-
shelter
That's
with
it.
a fucking
That's
half
what he's
pipe like
doing.
Christian Slater and Gleam
That's what
in
he's
the
doing
Cube.
down in the bottom.
Fuck, that's cool.
So they have a little element of that. And so then, okay, so she's got to get it. She finally gets a hold of the husband. They got 6 minutes left before everyone's dead. They're like, "Hey, well, did you get the kid?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "All right." And he's like, "I'm coming to rescue you." And she's like, "No, we're getting on a bus. We're getting out of here. You don't have time to come to the hotel and get me." And he's like, "Oh no, I got to come to the hotel." And she's like, "Promise me you won't come to the hotel." And he's sitting at this light, like whether to go right or left.
Looking at the hotel.
And this way's to the hotel, this way's to high ground. And he's like, and I'm like, time is fucking ticking. You only have 10 minutes. Like, this is a quick deal. This is not like we got 2 days before this happens.
That was the best part about Dante's Peak was like, I'm like, no, you're not outrunning the lava flow, but
Maybe.
Probably
I don't know. I've
not.
never seen lava.
Lava flows, I think they move pretty quick. That's just me. I could be wrong.
So Philip and
No,
his
I'm no
wife.
expert on lava flows.
Philip and his wife. Philip's wife wants to help look for Sandra, which is the kid's name, the boy. So they go help him, right? They go help the mom in the hotel, try to search for this kid. They find him in the basement. Well, shit, guess what? Tidal wave's there. Good thing the wife had read that there's a bomb shelter in the hotel in case of a tidal wave. So they're running towards it. The kid and Philip already get in, and now the mom and the lady, Marie or something like that, she's out and she's just like staring at this giant wave coming at her. She's staring at the wave. And so the wave's coming, and the mom pulls her back, and she's like, "Hey, we got to get to this shelter." So they get in the shelter. Philip's trying to hold it. Well, Margaret or whatever, the lady, just the water takes her and slides her past the door, and Philip's like, "Oh no, couldn't get her." Well, the mom hangs onto the door and gets in, and Philip's got the door open now going, "Hey, my wife's out there." And she's like, "Close the fucking door. She's gone. She fucking washed away, bud. We got to close this door or we're going to fucking die." They kind of close the door, but water's still getting in. So the husband ends up getting the daughter halfway away, but the wave ends up taking them, whatever. I won't spoil the end if anyone does.
I think I'll watch it.
No, I'm going to spoil the end.
Okay,
so then the mom is in this room with Philip and her son. Philip starts freaking out because the water's filling up. He's like, "Motherfucker, it's fucking ridiculous." His wife's dead. He starts to drown both of them. And the mom kind of looks like an older Brooklyn Decker.
What?
Philip starts to drown her.
On
purpose because he's freaking out. So he just decides to start holding their heads underwater.
Is he using it to like holding himself out of the water? Because that makes sense.
He's fine. He's fine. I mean, afterwards you could probably kind of lay on their bodies. You know what I mean?
It sounds like Dante's Peak.
It's the same as every movie ever.
Yeah, sure.
So then he goes up. Philip's trying to drown him. So the mom gets back up out of the water. So he's like, "Oh, I can't kill you. I'm gonna kill your son." Starts holding the son under. The son is like swimming in the same. I'm like, swim down a little bit.
Come on, bud.
Swim down and come back up in a little spot because they have an air pocket in this room, right? Just like an air pocket about this high. That's why they're freaking out. They only have that much air left in this thing.
Sure.
But the door is now covered, so it's not filling up with any more.
Yeah.
They just got to figure out a way the fuck out of this place.
Naturally.
Philip starts drowning the son. Well, she jumps on Philip's shoulders and gives him a fucking leg lock of the ages.
Sonya Blade style, just like
Sonya Blade style, bud.
Okay.
And he's like trying to punch her in the head.
That's how I thought I was gonna. Like, I was so convinced that that's how I was gonna die as a kid. Like,
Still
just
good.
Sonya Blade just
Still good.
suffocating me in my. Go ahead.
Go ahead. So then she's got Philip in a leg lock and murders him.
Good.
The sun comes up. Philip his body just floats away, and she's going, "Don't look, don't." She's looking her son in the eyes, going, "Don't look."
That's intense, bud.
Just look. And I'm like, "Oh my god, that's crazy." So
My
then
God, I speak Norwegian.
he goes. Oh, he floats away. Meanwhile, the husband's like, "All right, little girl, I'm gonna leave you because I got to go find your mom." He goes and finds him in the hotel. First, he goes to the bus that she was supposed to be on. Everyone's dead on the bus, okay? So all the people who got on the bus died. So good job. You could have got them all to the bomb shelter. Good job. You got everyone murdered. Life. That's why I was like, good job putting them on the bus. You know the bus ain't going to make it up that hill. There's traffic jam. There's a traffic jam getting up the hill.
Sure, that's gonna happen.
And then, like, somebody forgets to put their car in fucking park, so it rolls into, like, this lady, and it pins her legs in, and they're all running up the mountain, and they go, ah, and she's like, help me, and they're like, oh, I don't know. Push the fucking car up an inch, bud.
Yeah, it's in water, bud. Like
No, you're not in water yet. You're still going up the mountain. I'm like, hey, this isn't the hardest thing in the world. Get 3 guys back here to just go, okay, she's free.
Yeah.
But they're all like,
it's a car.
She's
a goner.
And then they finally take off. So then, after the wife murders this guy, okay, buddy, she murders Philip. The husband comes to save him. She swims out of this hole. They figure out a way to open the door. The water's receded. She's swimming out of this hole. She makes it to the end. The husband and the son's like, I do it, Dad. I do it. And he hates the dad the whole time. He fucking hates him. He's like, the dad's like always like, oh, aloof and shit. Has like a radio show, never spends any time with his kids, whatever, you know. You know the whole deal.
I do.
So he fucking hates him. Well, he's like, listen, son, you gotta be able to swim through this. So they swim through it. Well, somehow the dad like drowns halfway through. And so the son like pulls him to the other side. And the dad's laying there and the wife's like, and she's like, oh my God. Oh my God. And he's laying there, and she goes, he's laying there like this. And she goes,
and just closes his eyes.
And I'm like,
wonderful.
And I'm like, no fucking way. So the kid, the son is in the background going, oh my God, Dad. And so he's like, no way. He pushes his mom out of the way, and he's like, and he's just pounding his dad, right? It starts blowing into his mouth and nose. Three times of doing that.
He's back.
He's choking up water.
Come on, bud.
Meanwhile, the mom's like,
hang on. This is the same dude that she killed?
This is her husband.
Different guy. Okay.
This is her husband. The boy's, I think, stepfather, maybe. They never really get into it, but they have a tumultuous relationship.
Okay.
And they kind of call each other by name, never
Sure.
dad or son.
I think that's just Norwegian.
So then they fucking, the wife, buddy, tried for about 15 seconds to save her drowning husband. Like, was like, oh, he ain't coming back. The son is like, no, I'm going to try harder.
Sure.
The guy comes back. What kind of relationship does that leave with you and your wife after that? That she was willing to fucking close your eyes, but you're still like, oh, I can't handle your half-dead eyes staring at me. Let's go, son. She just fucking, I'm surprised she didn't get a couple fucking
But the kid didn't give up.
out.
That's what I was going to say. That paid for
He's
the river
like,
stick.
no. And he starts pounding, which I'm like, I hope that's a dummy. That can't be the actor. He's going to break his actual sternum and fuck him up for good.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh. And then the dad starts. But the wife, she's like, good to see you. You made it back. And I'm like, what's the whole deal here?
Hey, turns out I'm not going to be able to cash in that insurance.
Yeah, never
policy.
mind.
Go ahead and cancel all the paperwork on that. Sorry about that.
You're not getting life insurance in that town.
Maybe not.
In that little mountain village.
James Carlton.
James
Carlton.
Carlton.
Get you some.
But he'll probably murder you too.
If you don't go with him.
So that's that movie. It's Jenny never stays awake. She stayed awake the whole movie.
She stayed awake for a Norwegian disaster film.
I was into it.
I'm into it.
I'm
into it.
It's an hour 45. It's an hour 45. They could have cut about 20 minutes of fat out of it.
Okay, well, that's fine. It's fine.
But I mean, the first,
you just it's
no
not
tickling.
often. It's not often you get to really dive into the subtle nuances of Norwegian cinema.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
And like when foreplay is tickling, Daddy
dude,
liked that.
I've watched plenty of tickle porn.
Daddy likes tickling.
I'm into it.
No, I really.
It's
don't.
it's
Don't
not.
tickle
It's
me.
fine. Don't tickle me either. But I mean, I am, as someone who celebrates BDSM of all
No
sorts.
tickling.
Tickling is a very effective torture method. Very effective. So
I bet you can't tickle me. It make
I'm
me laugh.
probably good on that. I'm not really interested in tickling you, pal. But
Bet you can.
I believe you. I probably,
Bet
what?
you can't make me laugh by tickling me.
I'm a betting man.
This is my most ticklish.
Oh, you're an inner thigh guy? Yeah, me too. Yeah, you're gonna get a giggle or two. And
Ready for the next commercial break?
Oh shit. Well, I don't know. I got a little worked up today. I feel like I kind of blew my wad a little bit. What were we going to talk about?
I have crystals.
Crystals. That's what we're going to do. We got 45 minutes to get into the fucking. Let's rock and roll, bud. Okay. Let's. It's like what's his name? What was it? CSI. Fucking what's his face? Caruso. David Caruso. I think it's time we rock and roll.
What song?
Fucking The Who.
I know it was The Who, but what was that?
That's how they open the fucking every episode.
I know. I'm just.
Oh,
playing.
where was Mike? Yeah. There's somewhere in the. No tickle. Robbie Dodge just lived and died by Steve's description of a Norwegian B movie.
No. I think it's a big budget movie. I think it's actually a big.
Oh, fuck. The broads are getting all fucking. They're getting all lathered up about rocks, bud. Lady Boner.
Said I did it for you.
Yukon Dr. Disrespect.
And because I still believe every word, every moment, never gonna show you. I did it for you and the boys and the morning making
Kush Coach said that's a life insurance agent. I want hook me up with a policy and does the dirty work. Well, that's it. 314-961-4800. Get a rate, get a knife in your neck. Get both of those things. Dude, if James actually listened to our show, he'd be like, God,
He's the best guy ever.
are you doing, guys?
We called him Jesus.
We wished he was our dad.
We wished he was our dad for a long time.
Long time.
Made so many sexual references.
No doubt.
About him. Now
Bountiful.
we call him a murderer on a daily basis.
Well, it's really been a nice character arc for him. I would put it on a level of, it's almost Jamie Lannister-esque. Pretty guy.
I want you guys to tag your favorite person who loves crystals or tag your favorite person who hates crystals. Send them the Twitch feed in a message and say, this is the fucking best. This is
In
the
a
best
text
thing.
message.
In a text
you
message.
You copy the link.
Twitch thing.
You go
put
to
it
a
in
text message. You go, these
one
guys
person.
here are about to
Organic.
talk about crystals.
We're about to get crystally. Crystal.
And
what?
Okay,
like doing
Herfy
this.
wants to get witchy. Allie wants to get witchy.
I knew they
I'm
would.
sure my wife wants to get witchy. She just tuned in. Let's get witchy.
Boom! First thing we got here. I don't know anything about crystals. I'll be the first person to admit it. I know that Jenny put one by some plants, and they rocketed off one time. And
There's a lot of ZZZing going on in the comment
Well,
section here.
maybe while I'm reading this, Alan might have some thoughts on a few things.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know if he
Maybe
if
he
does.
will. Alan, you awake?
So I want to learn more about crystals, Guy.
All right,
I
bud.
do. Do they have a healing
On
energy?
a molecular level, on a frequency level, we know them to not be solid state, right? I mean, that's the wildest shit.
Well, what is solid state?
I'm not a physicist. I don't know the answer to your question.
We see crystals every day in the form of salt, sugar, gemstones, and snowflakes. Crystals are prized for their beauty in gemstones and valued for their utility in many electronic products. Some people believe crystals have spiritual and healing qualities as well. Their orderly, repeating patterns are a marvel of nature and chemistry. That's the deal. They can sometimes be one molecule in like a crystalline structure, in like a really... What's your face doing over there?
I'm sorry. I'm
Crystals can form in many shapes, from simple cubic structures to hexagonal to double pyramids to tall spires, with up to 10 sides or more. Some are not symmetrical from one side to the other. The shape of the crystal structure is determined by its chemical components and chemical bonds.
Sure.
Sometimes the crystalline structure carries over into the liquid state and becomes a liquid crystal, often used in today's technologies. Common crystals, quartz.
LCD, right? Okay.
Quartz is a crystal that many people know. It grows in 6-sided columns and can come in a range of colors depending on the chemical impurities. The amethyst gemstone is a type of quartz with chemicals in it that give a rich purple color. Table salt is a crystal that forms from 2 chemicals, sodium and chloride, that come together in a cube-shaped crystalline structure. Epsom salts used in healing are made from magnesium and sulfur and form a spiky crystal shape.
Okay.
So where do they come from? Natural crystals are dug out of the ground where the Earth's temperature and pressure cause them to form. Many crystals are also created in labs under controlled condition. Quartz crystals have a natural property called piezoelectricity, an ability to generate an electrical field, which makes them very useful in radio and video equipment. I think that's in watches, correct? Isn't that what fucking quartz watches?
Sure,
and
yeah.
the whole deal?
The watch faces is a quartz a lot. Yeah.
Silicon crystals are used in making the chips that power our computers and the photovoltaic cells used in solar technology. Crystals are often cut and polished into gemstones used in jewelry. Crystals are often used as decorative gifts and focal points for meditation and healing practices. Buddy, I'm supposed to not believe in crystals when I'm fucking watching them every day and putting them on my food and shit? Like,
sure.
I'm not supposed to believe in the other? Have I been so asinine to deny myself the power of crystals? You can make your own crystals. There's obviously a bunch of ways to kind of do it. Crystals are beautiful rock formations that have made humans for thousands of years. They are used for many different things, not just for decoration. Many of the first radios ever invented used crystals to transmit the radio waves. Oh, watches, like quartz watches, still use crystals to this day. They have always been viewed as something of beauty, and are still often placed with diamonds and other stones inside. The majority of crystals now are man-made in laboratories. They are extremely rare to find on Earth. Crystals are nothing more than an established batch of molecules or atoms. They come in different shapes, sizes. Each one has different characteristics. What they are made of determines how they will form. Some crystals can be made from salt, cubed. Some examples are diamonds or rubies. They're derived from a different element and form different shapes. When the element carbon is in the form of a diamond, it can be used to cut gemstones. But we use it in every day in other forms for a variety of things. Now you kind of know a little bit about crystals now, a little bit, and I don't know if you found anything more about the kind of what they are on a scientific level.
I will.
Okay.
I will. But that global guy did clear up some science for us.
Hear it, baby. Let's hear
He
it.
said, not solid state means moving. Yeah, he's right.
Like atoms, aren't they always moving? Like electrons, aren't they always moving? So what's solid state? The neutron? Is the neutron moving? The proton? They're not moving, are they? Or are they still moving around while the electron is moving around them?
The state of matter
Listen, I went
in
to
which
school in
materials
America,
are
bud.
not fluid but retain their boundaries without support. The atoms or molecules occupying fixed positions with respect to one another and unable to move freely. That's what solid state is, pal. Palo.
So solid state. But aren't they moving on a molecular level?
Maybe on a frequency level. Yeah, sure.
Interesting. Electric field. What do you mean? Aren't snowflakes crystals? That's what they said. They said that. Every molecule vibrates. This vibration can alter the frequency of other or alter the energy of.
Do we have a?
What's your face doing over there? It is said that crystals were created as Earth was formed in this partially proven, and this was partially proven in 2014. Scientists found a zircon crystal in Western Australia, which dated back 4.4 billion years. The Earth itself was formed 4.5 billion years ago, according to the scientists. Some thought that the Earth's core was once a giant crystal. What do you think?
A crystal is a solid where the atoms form a periodic arrangement. A crystal structure, an arrangement of atoms in a crystal, is characterized by its unit cell, a small imaginary box containing one or more atoms in a specific spatial arrangement. The unit cells are stacked in three-dimensional space to form the crystals. It's different.
Still kind of fucks with me.
Call me crazy, those I'm just saying. You put quartz inside my disk drive, and I'm jizzing like Old Faithful. Call me crazy, those magic rocks make me a skunk factory. Got a jade dilly the other day I'm hoping to lose inside me in a public square, while onlookers treat me like a toilet. Ooh, squirt. Call me pigbot.
He's a fucking monster.
He's on one today.
He's a deviant.
So what's an example of something that's not solid state? Water?
Liquid.
All liquids?
Liquid
Gases?
gas. Mm-hmm.
So the molecules there aren't bound together? Is that the deal in a structure?
The so-called crystalline state corresponds fundamentally to the solid state, but with very special characteristics. Matter is considered strictly crystalline if the atoms, ions, or molecules that compose it are distributed in the three independent directions of space in a regular and repetitive way. So,
will you do me a favor and look up the definition of superfluidity?
Yeah. The most important experimental differences between solid crystals and liquid crystals with three-dimensional order are suggested to be that liquid crystals with optically active molecules form twisted structures, whereas solid crystals do not, and that similar liquid crystal phases of different compounds mix. What did you say there? What?
Superfluid. I got it. The property of flowing without friction or viscosity, as in liquid helium. It's a characteristic where when stirred, a superfluid forms vortices that you continue to rotate indefinitely.
Yeah, so it's just moving.
Fuck. Because there's something with it if like 10% of the hydrogen or the helium atoms turn to superfluidity, they structure to make it superfluid. Like they all fall in line. It's fucking wild, man.
Liquid crystal phases of different compounds mix in all proportions, where solid crystal phases generally do not.
So it's the shape of the molecules over and over again in a pattern.
That's pretty cool. So
fucking wild,
okay,
bud.
So with that being said, how does is it a frequency question then? Like, is it our literal vibrations that can be attuned? Like, I know I like to sleep to, different frequencies, 432 hertz, or just, tweak with that, theta state waves, things like that. Is that where the healing power of crystals comes from? Is it at the vibration that they're moving?
Yeah.
I mean,
probably.
We should let's get.
There is no I tried to look up solid science about crystals, and I didn't have the time to really deep dive, and a lot of articles were like, there's not enough good science on it, but I've seen weed articles say that, and it's like, there's not. 2, crystals have been worn as jewelry since as far back as the Stone Age. The Stone Age dates back as far as 2.5 million years ago. Men and women wore crystal jewelry as talismans for protection and to guard themselves from harm. Ancient Egyptians are well known to have believed in crystal healing. Cleopatra and ladies of royalty wore lapis lazuli. Malachite was powdered and applied to wounds to prevent infection, and quartz was placed on the dead to help guide them to the afterlife. The use of healing crystals in Chinese medicine dates back nearly 5,000 years. Crystals and gemstones played an important part in these traditional practices. Acupuncture, for instance, consisted of stone needles. Nowadays, the needles are metal. So original acupuncture was used with they sharpen fucking stone.
Cool.
Not no fucking needle.
Well, I mean, I guess the idea is like the first step to believing crystals can heal is believing that you have optimum energetic health, right? Like something that is very hard to measure with Western scientific medical equipment.
How good you feeling?
I'm somewhere, I'm somewhere that we've got to find balance between these two worlds.
No doubt.
Like we've got to find, because basically to cast out crystal healing as a pseudoscience or something like that, you have to believe that disease can't be made in energy centers, in the energetic body. You have to believe that sickness isn't manifested. And if you do believe that you can manifest sickness through, energy centers or things like that, maybe chi flow, things like that. If you do believe in that, then somewhere in your ethos, you've got, if you're really buying in, if you're buying into the idea that you have an energetic health to maintain, then you have to buy into the healing power of crystals.
Look up crystal nanostructure and how crystals store information.
So like a lot of Western doctors would say there's no such thing that cancer can't come from energetic trauma. There's a lot of other people that are like, no. I mean, if you're holding on to, if you're burying anger and stress in you, you're probably going to bring out, like there is a correlation there where Western medicine's like, yeah, stress isn't good. Increasing the amount of cortisol in your body, probably not good for your body. That's kind of an understanding. But also, they separate stress from...
Here's a pill for your stress.
From things that would otherwise be...
We're starting to get there.
We're getting there.
Thank God for like Dr. Tiffany and shit like that, like people like that. It's like...
No doubt. Well, we've got a ton of powerful women in our group that, honestly, straight up...
Yeah, settle down. Don't start telling them that. Don't fucking...
I know. Well, you let them vote, You let them fucking vote. You let them vote. Next thing you know, they get jobs, and then after that, they got opinions. I tell you, bud.
Riveters.
We had a thing. Rosie? Rosie the Riveter?
It started with riveting.
It all started with riveting.
The scientists use a sophisticated laser to encode information into minuscule formations known as nanostructures inside fused quartz. The structures alter the way light travels through the glass, allowing the data to be read by special optical devices. Get the fuck out of here. That's awesome. Crystals are used in modern medical practices. All crystals have different properties, some of which are used in ultrasounds. If you're wondering how, I'll try my best to explain. There are crystals which are piezoelectric crystals. Piezoelectric?
Okay.
This means that when compressed, the crystals produce electrical currents and absorb sound. When you apply electricity to these crystals, it makes them change shape, causing vibrations, which then produce sound. Therefore, these crystals can send and receive waves. These sound waves produce pictures of the inside of the body. For example, a scan photo of a baby, pretty mind-blowing. You can find crystals to treat illnesses and imbalances on all levels. Each crystal has its own individual healing properties. You can either choose a crystal for a specific purpose, or you can choose one at random. When choosing one at random, trust your intuition. You will be drawn to one.
and make sure you hold the crystal and feel like it's the one for you. I like that. Himalayan salt rock also has healing properties, and it comes in many forms. Whether it's a lamp or a candle tea light, they are great to have in your home. They're not just beautiful to look at, but have healing properties. They remove impurities from the air, reducing allergens and asthmatic symptoms. If you're poorly, they can help you ease coughing. Crystals are formed naturally, can be found in plenty different places. There's a geode on here. He's got some crystals
we got some
in
pretty
here that
massive
are
geodes
wild.
out there.
Okay, so that's kind of the deal on that. Just some kind of interesting facts.
Crystals, light's just one form of molecules, and the plant is another form of molecules. Crystals are one form of molecules. People are another form of molecules.
And maybe I can send this to
appreciate
you, and we can throw it up on the screen.
Sure. Yeah, send it to our
messenger.
Messenger, yeah. Look, I got to tell you, I just have such a huge breadth of acceptance in my ethos as far as like what can be used for healing. Like, if there's one thing I am absolutely not an authority on, it's it's everything, but especially like how people can heal diseases. I have no frame of reference.
I have no idea.
Listening, like I'm going to bring him up 2 days in a row. Dude, my wife's going to
figure it out
so hard. Dr. Joe Dispenza, like that's
2 days in a row,
that's
bud?
his life's work. I'm going to bring it out, but like the dude fucking healed himself from 6 broken vertebrae with it, and teaches a method that a lot of other people are like, worked for me, now. So you can buy into
diet,
faith
mindset,
healers,
natural
all
medicines,
of that.
dude.
Like, it's really hard for people to fucking accept
Crazy.
that. And I'm with it because I'm like, that guy's a fucking charlatan.
I don't know shit about shit.
I don't know
man.
shit about nothing, but here's what I do know. I know it never hurts for somebody to believe that they can heal themselves.
No.
However whatever that vehicle is, if they believe that they're healing themselves, it's not my place to say you're lying to yourself. You're living a lie.
How are you gonna do that to somebody?
Like, dude, it's the fucking
Why are you
person
gonna
who
be that
takes
mean,
fucking.
bud?
It's the person who takes pride in like fucking telling kids there's no fucking Santa Claus.
Jesus, my kids are watching right now. Oh shit!
It's the same fucking deal. It's like, I'm not gonna steal
But
that.
we're
magic.
kidding. Those people are kidding.
Yeah,
when they
they're
say that.
clearly saying.
They're
Clearly
kidding.
kidding.
They're kidding. My kids are.
Yeah, I know. We're good.
They're at
The
school.
point is like, dude, how does allowing people to believe in magic affect my well-being or happiness? Matter of fact, that looks pretty.
Unless they
fucking-
start to burn you. Like
That
they
looks
believe in it,
pretty
they're
fun.
Like, hey, this fucking crystal wizard over here, burn him.
It wasn't the fucking magic people putting people on the fucking
No.
stake.
But I'm saying they believed in it.
It was people wanting to burn the magic.
Yeah, they
people.
believed in it enough to burn people over it. They're like, oh, I don't need that shit. So that's a different form of belief.
Little different.
Belief takes different forms. Believe it does.
My point is that the first step to healing, as we said yesterday, is believing that we can heal. I don't give a fuck if that's radium in a pill or that's you putting a rose quartz Merkaba on your fucking heart chakra. Whatever it is, the first thing you got to do is believe that you are capable of healing.
Yes.
That's that's number
No
one.
problem.
That's fucking modus operandi, bud. That's what you got to do.
It's all about the rhythm, bud. And I sent that to you, and I think
I got it, pal.
Macates. Crystals are repeating three-dimensional arrangements of atoms, ions, or molecules. We got that. Almost any solid material can crystallize. Fucking weird. Even DNA. Chemists from New York University, Purdue University, and Argonne National Laboratory recently created DNA crystals large enough to see with the naked eye.
All right, bud. You're up there.
No, this isn't the one right now. I got
Shit
you
the bed.
ready for
Sorry,
the
pal.
next one.
Sorry,
God,
pal.
Damn it, man.
Sorry,
Damn
pal.
it, man.
Sorry, fuck.
We can go on to that, though.
Was the other one in Makate? What was the other one?
No. They're the same one. I just sent it to you just so you'd have different. This is real quick, and then we can go on to that. Tiny silicate crystals, which need high temperatures to form, have been found inside icy comets from the solar system's distant, chilly edges. Powerful flares from the sun may have provided necessary heat. In Chihuahua, Mexico, I think you're the one who told me about this place, a limestone cavern 1,000 feet below the surface, contains the largest crystals in the world.
When you asked, what's the coolest place on Earth? Yeah, that was my pick.
Glittering gypsum formations up to 6 feet in diameter and 36 feet long, weighing as much as 55 tons. Bud. You may be sitting in a gypsum cave right now. It's a primary component of drywall.
Yeah, gypsum board.
The streets of New York are paved. The bedrock is studded with opal, beryl, chrysoberyl, garnet, and 3 kinds of tourmaline. In 1885, a garnet weighing nearly 10 pounds was discovered beneath 35th Street near Broadway, close to Macy's in New York. According to urban lore, it was unearthed during a subway construction by a laborer. Interesting.
Okay.
The so-called subway garnet was sold within a day, reportedly for $100, which is just $2,300 in today's dollar. In today's dollars. The
Dude,
unit.
Look at this fucking joint.
Ooh, yeah, pop that place on. That is the weirdest place. It doesn't look real.
So it's normally filled with water, and they have to do. They go down there to take samples and shit like that.
How weird do you feel down there?
What's that?
How weird would you feel down there?
Well, apparently it is amazingly hot down there, like
Really?
outrageously hot. But how cool is that, though? You know what Springfield has? I'm sure St. Louis does somewhere.
Dude,
but if you go to Springfield, they have a salt vault that you can go and sit in. It's like the whole entire room are these giant slabs of Himalayan salt.
I'm into it.
Pretty fucking cool. I'm down with it. To answer Global Guy's question, I think when a lot of people speak about energy, they're speaking about how the soul body manifests itself, right? So we know that we have a physical meat suit that works throughout it. We also know that in order at optimum health, there is, I don't know, electrical currents moving throughout this soul body that everything is communicating kind of in harmony. This is me taking a lot of liberty trying to explain what I would be talking about. So the idea is, there's an energetic body, which a lot of people would call soul. Maybe I think soul's the best word, because I wouldn't even necessarily say consciousness, because there is a level of, consciousness to me is a little bit more visual. Like when I think about consciousness, I think about how we're bringing awareness to our brain. Yeah, but I feel like it's more of a sight word. I'm with you, but that's how I would say blind people see, is through consciousness, right? Like they see through their consciousness. So when I talk about the soul, I'm talking about the thing that feels a certain way. When when you hear that fucking song that tears you up, or when you see your kid do something that makes you proud for the first time.
Coach just picks you up.
When Kush Coach slips a finger or two in you, as he's carrying you across. You didn't do that to you? I guess I paid extra. So the idea is to have that body in harmony with this body, because I believe my belief of God changes every day, right? Because I think God changes every day. I think God is still learning. God is, experiencing. And so my idea of that kind of changes all the time. My idea of what happens after me, really, like, there's not much fear attached to it, because when this body's gone, I feel as though this energy that I'm talking about goes back. It lives on. So maybe it embodies something else, or somebody else, or something else. But that's how I'm trying to explain this to for the question. So what I would mean when I'm saying energy. Gotcha. You put all of that stuff in order. Typically, you'll see those people. Now, I think that there is just like anything, there's a shadow side of everything. You get too lost in this stuff. If you don't find a healthy balance between your third dimensional reality and your fucking fourth, fifth, sixth dimensional reality, if you don't find a healthy balance between that, I don't think that you can truly live your best experience in this time.
Did you watch Soul yet?
Not yet, but I'm excited to.
Gets pretty
check it
interesting
out.
on some of that stuff.
I'm gonna check it out. So yeah, energy is like energy itself, I think scientifically is pretty easy to explain, but as far as even when we talk about on a very rudimentary level, I don't have the energy for that, it's your life force. I don't, that's what we're saying. I don't know that I got the juice to complete that task today. Maybe I can charge this battery. Energy is we're just a battery cell, and energy is the fucking juice that fills up the fucking cell. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, we need sleep.
Gotta fucking shut her down. That's like getting plugged into the wall and you're charging up, whatever.
So sleep still fucking blows me away.
Yep.
Like, hey, you gotta your body's gotta go into a quiet place mentally. Like, hey, this thing, it's just gonna go lay down somewhere for a minute with its eyes closed. Yeah. And it's like, what is that thing doing? Like, if you just got here today, you'd be like, huh. And you didn't know the concept of sleep, you'd be like, it's kind of weird that they just got Okay, well, sure. It seems like they could be easily attacked. The unit of measurement for gemstones had a humble beginning. Carat comes from the Greek word karation, or carabine, which was used for a standard of weighing small quantities. It is the equivalent of 200 milligrams, or about 0.007 ounce. A fancy, intense pink diamond recently set a world record when it was purchased at auction for $46 million.
It's crazy.
The Cullinan diamond is the largest known gem diamond, or actually it weighed 3,100 carats, or nearly a half pound, when it was discovered in South Africa in 1905. Oof. It's been cut into 100 different stones. For the rest of us, no, that's kind of it. All right, we can go on to the next thing.
So do you want to see that article?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
Yes, that is the one.
Yes.
I wanted to see the 10 rarest crystals, so we can kind of go through that.
These are the 10 rarest crystals, and
because that always amazes me that they're.
You were talking about starting out number 10. Oh, it's a pretty one.
It's a pretty one.
Alexandrite. Found in the Ural Mountains in Russia, Brazil, India, Madagascar, Tanzania, and Sri Lanka.
Is that glowing? My God.
I'll bet it's probably backlit. Yeah,
that's amazing.
70 G's a carat.
0.007 an ounce.
It's a lot. Alexandrite is the unique color-shifting variation of the chrysoberyl crystal. Although Alexandrite is more common than some of the other rare crystals on the list, large gemstone quality crystals are extremely rare and difficult to find. This is why the maximum value for a high-quality Alexandrite stone is about 70 G's a carat.
Fuck off.
Best examples shift from green to bluish green in daylight and red to purplish red in incandescent light. Alexandrite was named for Tsar Alexander II because for many years this rare crystal was only found in the Ural Mountains of Russia. A majority of the largest and better quality Alexandrite crystals still come from the Ural Mountains, but stones are also found in Brazil, India, Madagascar, Tanzania, and Sri Lanka. Can I take a guess at what one of these is? Because, buddy, what's your gemstone? You know what your gemstone is?
Ooh, it's yellow, and I do not like it.
So here's the deal. Mine is like a pea green. Okay? And as a kid, I'm like, dude, people get diamonds and rubies and emeralds.
Blue was my favorite.
Sapphires.
Citrine.
Citrine's great. Citrine's a great stone.
Oh, no, mine's topaz. Citrine and topaz.
Well, topaz can be many different colors. But yellow topaz, I guess. Citrine's that's a money stone, brother. Anyway, I'm going to flash a little bit of my fucking stone knowledge. Mine is peridot. And peridot is it's a lime green.
How do you spell it?
P-E-R-I,
I gotcha.
Yeah, P-E-R-I-D-O-T.
Peridot.
And
it's awesome.
Well, most peridot that we know is man-made, right?
Damn, it's expensive.
Most of it's man-made. So I'm going to guess that it's on this list. I don't want to know where. I'm going to guess that it's on this list because
holy shit.
I believe,
Now, I could be totally wrong on this. I believe it is the only gem that is from outer space. It's a cosmological gem. It comes on meteorites.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck yeah. So my wedding band is a meteorite.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I mean, after fucking, it came
Gotcha.
afterwards.
Gotcha.
Right?
Gotcha. Wasn't formed here.
Correct. And so my wedding band is a meteorite, which I always thought was kind of cool, and I have to fact check this, but I'm pretty sure the ring I wear is older than the Earth I inhabit, right? Because it's a space rock that had time to fly through space and land here eventually. I think the math shakes out on that.
A little pretentious, but it's fine.
Is what it is. I like it. So one thing I want to do eventually is add just a sliver of fucking space peridot to it. It's my birthstone.
Gray and that green color be
Dope.
real nice
Real dope.
together.
Yeah,
dude.
so not all meteorites have peridot,
Little
but the
fancy
ones
guy.
that have are pretty
guy.
cool. So, number 9, red beryl. Oh, that's bitch.
That's awesome.
It's like fucking.
Looks
it
like the
looks like
table.
water. It looks like water, kind of like opal does. Like there's some really cool opals that look like the ocean and shit. Damn. You know, this is kind of the same way, but it's red. That's pretty bitchin'. One found for every 150,000 diamonds. Located in the Wawa Mountains, Beaver County, Utah.
Yeah, buddy.
Paramount Canyon and Round Mountain in Sierra County, New Mexico. Beryllium aluminum cyclosilicate with manganese. 10 G's a carat, boss.
Okay.
It's also known as Bixbite, rarest form of beryl, but not the most valuable. That distinction belongs to the emerald, which is a green beryl. Red beryl is so rare that it is only found in a few places in the United States. According to the Utah Geological Survey, only one red beryl is found for every 150,000 diamonds. Red beryl was first described in 1904 based on a discovery at Maynard's Claim in the Thomas Mountains in western Utah. The rare crystal was initially named Bixbite for Maynard Bixby, an American mineralogist.
Yeah,
mineralogist.
Yeah,
mineralogist.
Get it, bud.
Woo! I like this one because it lets me talk like I'm freaky dicky Dutch. It's been a toit.
What is been a toit?
Been a toit. Reason for rarity is the gemstone quality crystals can only be found in California, San Benito County, Northern California to be exact. Blue barium titanium silicate, 3 to 4 G's a carat, bud.
Yeah.
Gemstone quality benitoit has only ever been found in San Benito County in Northern California. Benitoit was first discovered in 1907 by James Couch, and like many of the rare blue crystals on this list, benitoit was initially believed to be sapphire. Couch sent a sample back to the University of California, Berkeley, where geologist George Louderback identified it as a new mineral. Benitoit has been found in other parts of the world like Arkansas, Japan, and Australia. However, only the benitoit from California
It's got to be the only thing found in Arkansas.
is
and Japan.
gemstone quality and can be made into jewelry. Benitoit was designated as the official state gem of California in 1985. Look at this pretty sumbitch. Number 7 is Larimar. Reason for rarity, it's only found in República Dominicana. Location is República Dominicana. Mineral compositions: hydrated sodium calcium silicate with manganese. It's unspecified value. Larimar of blue pectolite is a rare crystal only found in the República Dominicana. Normal pectolite is a common mineral and is gray, but Larimar is rare because it only occurs in one known place in the world. Oh, let's start getting into it, boss.
Let's do it,
Number
boss.
6, black opal. Only found one area in Australia. Location, the Lightning Ridge of New South Wales.
Oh, buddy.
Hey, bro.
Oh, buddy.
Mineral composition, hydrated amorphous form of silica. 2,300 G's a carat. The opal is the national gemstone of Australia, and the black opal is the rarest and most valuable form of opal. Pretty much all of the world's black opal comes from the town of Lightning Ridge
in northern New South Wales, Australia. Opal was first discovered in Lightning Ridge in the late 1880s, but the first black opal were not found until 1903. The most famous black opal in the world, the Aurora Australis, which, of course, was found at Lightning Ridge. The Aurora Australis is a massive black opal that weighs 180 carats and is 3 inches by 1.8 inches. This rare crystal also has a vibrant pattern with strong red, green, and blue colors against the background. I think that's it. That's pictured there.
That's one of the coolest shits of all
They're
time.
fucking neat. Number 5 is tanzanite. It's only found in a little location in the world, the Marilani Hills of the Manyara region in northern Tanzania. It's composed of calcium, aluminum, and hydroxyl silicate. 600 G a carat. Oh yeah, it's a pretty stone though, bud. Look at that guy. That's some tanzanite for you there, dog.
Yeah, I'm in.
Tanzanite is a blue-violet variation of the mineral zoisite. This rare crystal is only mined in one place in the world, the Marilani Hills of northern Tanzania. Tanzanite was discovered in 1967 by Maasai tribesmen who found a cluster of highly transparent, intense violet to blue crystals. The Maasai tribesmen told local fortune hunter Manuel de Souza what he had found, and de Souza initially thought that it was a new deposit of sapphires. Okay. Number 4, granditerite. Gemstone quality crystals are only found in Madagascar and Sri Lanka. Location, southern Madagascar, Sri Lanka, and New Zealand. Magnesium. Hey, Bruce in New Zealand.
Hey, Bruce.
Magnesium, aluminum, borosilicate, 20 G's a carat. I'll bet it polishes up real nice like.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Granditerite is a very rare crystal that is hardly ever seen in jewelry collections as well as museum and mineral collections. Most of the gemstone quality granditerite is found in Madagascar, with smaller amounts found in Sri Lanka and New Zealand. Additionally, the gemstone quality granditerite deposits are very small and quickly depleted. Okay. Granditerite was first discovered in 1902 by French mineralogist Alfred Lacroix.
Let's fucking give him the last 3 here.
Let's go.
Since I'm looking at them, they're fucking, one looks like a fucking
painite.
Fruitcake.
Painite.
Looks like a fruitcake.
Only a few known examples existed for many years, but now more than 1,000 samples have been found. It's found in Myanmar, Burma.
Of course it is.
Mineral compositions: calcium, zirconium, boron, aluminum, and trace amounts of chromium and vanadium. 50 to 60 G's a carat. All right. Until 2001, there were only 3 known painite crystals, but in recent years, more than 1,000 painite crystals and crystal fragments have been discovered in Myanmar. However, only a small amount of these newly discovered painite crystals are gemstone quality and are suitable for faceting. I don't know if they're gonna get to mine.
Nope. I'm looking. I already got it.
Pudratite. Pudratite. Of course that's where it's from.
Value unspecified.
Fewer than 50 known specimens. Locations: Mount Saint Hilaire, Quebec, Canada, and Mugok, Myanmar. Potassium, sodium, boron, and silicon. It's kind of neat looking.
It's interesting.
It's tied with, I guess, what is to be the number 1 as the rarest crystal in the world because there are fewer than 50 known samples of pudrite in the world. This extremely rare crystal was first discovered around 1965 by the Pudrite family at the quarry in Mount Saint Hilaire, Quebec, Canada. The newly discovered crystal was named for the Pudrite family.
Yeah, the number 1's like so uneventful.
That is lame.
That
is lame, bud.
So lame.
They've only found one. Taphite, mainly Sri Lanka, a handful of pieces found in Tanzania. Beryllium, magnesium, aluminum, 2,500 a carat. I don't know. Maybe because it's ugly. It's considered the rarest crystal in the world because there are only around 50 known samples of this gemstone. When taphite was first identified in 1945 by Irish gemologist Edward Taffy.
There is a Starfire opal or something like that.
They're bitching.
Whenever you look at them, the lights make a cross no matter where you're looking
bitching.
at it. That is bitching, dog. That's bitching, bro.
Bitching, brew. Brew.
Oh, what a show today.
Yeah, I guess.
What? I liked today. I had a good day with you. Can't wait to get away from you.
Sure.
But, I mean, good day, man. Guys, come up to Festus, right? You guys going to come up to Festus? Are you? Okay.
Here we go. This is what I was.
Are they going to come up to Festus?
They fucking are to.
If someone doesn't visit me here today at Festus, I'll be fucking sad.
Real fucking sad. And do you want Steve's sadness on your? You want that on your plate?
I'll be super sad.
You trying to be that super sad, bud?
I'm not.
So to clear things up a little bit, Peridot is the first known gem to come from outer space. These extraterrestrial gems come in the form of a Pallasite meteorite, first discovered in 1749 by Peter Pallas, a famous German naturalist. What does that mean? What's a naturalist?
Someone who's natural.
Check these out. These are the slivers of it here. That's a little sliver of meteorite there on the right.
Ooh, is it?
Oh, yeah, bud.
Ding dong daddy.
Ding dong daddy, dude.
Ding dong daddy.
You singing these freaks a song?
Are you going to sing them a song?
I don't know. I'll sing them a song. What do you want me to sing them?
Sing them a song, you're the piano.
Oh, I'm going to fucking learn that, bud. I'm going to do something a cappella. We can do something
Sing us a song tonight.
What's
We're all in the mood for a melody. That's what we'll do.
You got us feeling all right.
I'm going to need something to pump me up for the rest of the day.
All right. Pump me up. I always, I've done Sam Cooke on the show before. What's another good, just nice little, a cappella song, bud?
We're going to do a cappella?
I'm going to do it right now. We're going to do an a cappella.
Sing Philip Phillips.
Home?
Yeah.
I was hoping I'd get to sing an American Idol hero today.
Settle down!
Let's
sing
wrap
Pearl Jam.
Let's wrap. I'm home on the picture of mountain town. Actually, in all seriousness, listening to Eddie Vedder sing Black.
Oh my God.
Sing Black, like with no music, just vocals only. You're like, oh my God, this whole time I thought this guy was just a hack. I didn't really think that. I always quite liked him. But
Yeah, no, I just thought he was kind of going.
And then when you hear it isolated, you're like,
Really know, yeah.
Don't call me dog.
Really know, yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to do.
What are we going to do, pal?
Something to pump me up a little bit.
What are you?
You know this one.
Don't
take a deep breath.
I probably don't. Oh, that one I might be able to. Add a little.
Drum?
Not drum.
Okay, thank you.
Not drum. No, I want to enjoy this. I want to enjoy this, pal.
It's hard to keep a rhythm for. I can keep it for about 30
He's not
minutes.
into it, bud.
You're not into it?
GBC?
Always is, isn't it?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got sponsors. Native Hemp Extract. They make the greatest hemp extract product I've ever used. 1,800 milligrams total cannabinoid goodness. Should be on the shelf soon, but here's the fucking deal right now. Delta 8, you got it in your life because you should. It's better than Delta 9 when it comes to edible high. I'll say it. That's where I'm saying. I don't want to put words in anybody else's mouth. My body just likes it a little bit better. And the thing is, you can buy it legally. So you should go to nativehempextract.com, enter the code HOSO at checkout, and get it pretty cheap.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Well, just to be an asshole to me. 314-961-4800. That's James Carlton's number. And he said, why don't you give me a call today? It's a chilly day in St. Louis. You know what warms me up? Selling you insurance, giving you a better insurance product. That's why I go to carltoninsurance.net.
That's why I do it.
I got my card on my phone. They call me up every couple months. They're like, hey, we're going to save you a couple more bucks. And I'm like, oh, really? Why don't you sell me another insurance product? I'd like to insure my diamond-encrusted cock ring collection. And they're like, dude, I got just a plan for you. I got just a plan for you. You can't have diamond-encrusted cock rings laying around.
You can't do it,
and
bud.
uninsured.
God damn it.
You're putting yourself in
That's the
dangerous
dumbest
way.
thing I've
don't
ever
don't
heard.
do it. Adam Bunder, he's on the screen now, and he says, hey, call me in the middle of the night
so I can touch myself while we talk about dirty bungalows.
That's what he says.
That's what he says. That's what he said to me one time. And I said, all right, Adam, I don't know about dirty bungalows, bud.
Dirty bungalows.
I don't know about dirty bungalows, bud, but sell me one if you will. Get me my dream home. Jesus criminy. It's always my shit.
No, that was mine.
Oh, okay. Fair. Adam McChesney, he does great work. He gets you in front of the people you need to be in front of. Oh yeah, you gotta. Oh! Adam McChesney, he does digital marketing. He helps you get your brand in front of people. He's the guy you should be talking to. I'll tell you this though, Jack. Bo, he knows how to grow. And the Hoosiers have announced the World Series of Weed, where all of the greatest growers across the state of Missouri are going to get to take their genetics.
Well, we're the Hoosiers. This is where the fucking Hoosiers can step up.
Step up and be somebody.
This is where our Hoosier group can step up and fucking be.
Maybe we should. I got a couple of fucking growers I might just sponsor in this fucking thing. It's gonna be pretty cheap entry, and you get to use your genetics. You say you got the best weed, put your weed where your mouth is, and win this thing. World Series of Weed growers are gonna be pit head to head. And they're going to move through a bracket style. They're going to be able to bring 3 to 5 cultivars. We're going to decide that. We'll get some input for some growers.
First Cultivators Classic. We're going to get everybody in this state growing some weed if they want to. This is
that's fine.
This is
the first time Cultivators Classic is a chance for first time growers. I think it's going to be. I think that's when I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. I haven't grown a plant yet. Might as well get started now. I'm gonna enjoy the first time Cultivators Classic, and we're gonna get awesome judges together. March 1st, this is all gonna start. You think you got the best weed? You think you grow the best weed? Well, we're not gonna ask everybody to grow the same genetics. Bring your genetics. Bring your A game. Bring your newts. Bring it all. We're gonna test the flavor. We're gonna test percentages. We're gonna test fucking everything. We're gonna have trophies. There's gonna be a massive fucking cash prize. We're going to have people that know weed taste this. Probably gonna call up Max Montrose. Say, hey Max, we need a judge, bud.
Yeah, bud.
We need a judge, pal. Bring a couple of your friends from the Trichrome Institute. We need a judge. He's gonna come in here. We're going to get all of the. We're bringing Kush Coach.
Yeah.
Kush Coach
Kush
coming
Coach
to town.
and Ricky.
Kush Coach and Ricky coming to town. Ricky might want to be in it.
Dennison.
Yep. We'll get all the guys from out of state. Kush Coach, Dennison. Maybe John Hunt will join the show.
Oh.
We're going to get a bunch of people that know their weed. And they're going to come in and they're going to see who's got the best grass in all of Missouri. The Hoosier Sophisticate World Series of Weed, March 1st. You think you're the best? Fucking put your money where your mouth is and get a chance to win a sack of cash, a sweet-ass trophy, and bragging rights over the whole state.
St. Louis is going to go to best no. I'm sorry, everybody. Sorry about you. Am I sorry about you?
I like it, bud.
Am I sorry about you?
Palo. All right.
You ready?
Give me a couple chords and let me get settled in here, Jack.
We just got to do the G. I'm going to lead us out with a little. So we like to end each show with a little song today. You might know this one. A little Standing Rain. And mean it to me. I need it so bad. I needed to try. I needed to fall now, baby. I needed
child. I need to fall now, baby. I need your love. I'm burning away. I need your love. I'm burning away. I need your love. I'm burning away. I need never get old.
Hey, I did it, bud.